Oh, I got his ass now.
You have to be fast in the track.
I hate that guy.
Get drunk quick.
Change the rest of your life.
Go on to my best, and whatever happens then, it's good.
My butthole got stretched a little bit.
I got a tight little butt.
I'm about to light this shit up.
We're live, baby. Coffee Chatter Radio Show number 5. We're live again. I'm in beautiful California. James at home still. We're Zooming it. We're live on YouTube. I can't hear a word you're saying for some reason. And yeah, now I can hear you. We're back, baby. How's it going, James?
I'm doing pretty good. I feel like I'm scrambling a little bit here, just getting things going. So, I love when you do the intro. I can feel the energy just building.
Are we live? Are we live on YouTube? I don't see it.
We are live on YouTube right now. We got 5 people watching. Yeah, I'm just posting the number up for everyone now. Facebook.
Oh, okay. Okay, perfect. Yeah. Oh, holy crap! We just loud on mine. Yep, got it now. So people are gonna start filing in.
That's what I like to hear, T. That's what I like to hear. All right.
Thanks to ProGate Europe. Winning starts to the Great Gate. We got Maris Strombergs coming on the show today. We'll check in with Maris. We played golf the other day, but he won a few times on his ProGate Europe.
Really excited to hear from him. It's been a while. It's been a while talking, since we've chatted with him. Huge guest we've had on, friend of the show, fellow golfer. He's going to love the golf chat.
Yeah, it'll be fun. We got a good show too, because we're going to call my swing coach Max. We're going to dive into some scoop with from old Speed World video we posted the other day from 2011. We're going to chat with Maris. We're going to chat BMX. Hopefully get a call in from Pete. We got a voicemail from Graf. We're going to play also that in rebuttal with Pete's comments last week on the show, and it's going to be a juicy one.
I can't wait. I feel like I'm still getting set up here, and I apologize that I'm just feel like a little bit out of it. We're here. We're doing it. We're partying.
Yeah, I feel a little scrambly right now too.
I don't know why. Like
I know.
I feel good about what we're doing. I don't know. I just feel a little bit scrambly.
I already got called skinny again in the chat. Right on.
We're gonna get to that rant. We are gonna get.
That's the rant. We got a good rant this week. All you assholes on social media trying to hurt my feelings. Yeah, but it's one of those things.
Also, we got do we say we got ProGate Europe on board. We also got motorsheets.com on board for the show, guys. You know what? Motorsheets.com, you get all your timing and scoring needs made easy. So I know all you guys that listen, you guys aren't track operators, but you all ride at a track, okay? So your track needs some scoring, it needs some timing. If you're going to have races there, you're going to want it all made easy. We'll go to motorsheets.com. They got an app coming out. You're going to want to check it out. We'll let you know when the app's out, but we'll let you know. Go to motorsheets.com. Tell them that Coffee Chatter sent you guys. Same with ProGate Europe. Tell them Coffee Chatter sent you, all right? They'll help you out.
An app, that's so sick. Like just today's day and age, the stuff that we're actually able to do is insane. It is
insane. And you know what's insane? How easy it is to make merch. Speaking of merch, can you see that back there? Right there.
Yeah, dude, our merch. I got my merch. Yeah, I got my merch. So I got my shirt, and obviously I posted a photo of it on Coffee Chatter. Yep. Oh, dude, you got yours too. It's green. Yep. That's sick.
I went for a green one.
I like the big logo.
Yep. Thank you.
Honestly, the stuff's really good. I also have both mugs too. I just got so I got a gray hoodie coming. Looks really nice, like a lightweight hoodie because it's hot as fucking California, and I don't need a heavyweight hoodie. And then I also got the mask coming because obviously we're in I don't know if a few people might have heard, we're in a global pandemic. It's it's one of those things. But we obviously you have to wear a mask in California, so. I'm rocking the Chatter mask when I'm shopping at Sprouts and Trader Joe's.
And you got to get your goods. We got to get those meats and all those products in because people are. Should we just get into the rant now? I kind of want to just get into.
Let's just get into the rant now because we got a good one this week. Oh, you're frozen. Oh no. Oh,
don't worry.
Wait, you're back. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. It's a little glitchy right now, so people just pause for the cause. It'll sort.
Okay.
But it's a little glitchy right now.
All right, the rant this week is, dude, I got called skinny so many fucking times the last 2 days. So since I posted the merch photo on Coffee Chat, I got roasted in the chat on that by a few people. I got roasted. I got bagged pretty good. And then I posted an Instagram story on mine, and I got a bunch of people just laughing at how skinny I was, and I got a bunch of messages about it. People, I don't know what you expect. I'm A, retired, B, playing a lot of golf, and C, the gyms have been closed literally since March.
Like, what do you expect? What
do you expect? I have some light dumbbells at home. I've been working out a bit, but it's like I was talking to Maris about this at the course, and I was like, "Do you go to the gym?" He's like, "I haven't been to the gym in 2.5 years." But it's like we work our whole life for something. It's like the last thing I want to do when I retire is just keep grinding in the gym. Like, no, like I do enjoy going to the gym now, just because. Like I feel emotionally better, my energy, mood, everything. Like it's just really nice to exercise and stay in good shape. But like I don't do it consistently for one, the gyms have been closed, and two, I'm fucking retired.
No, and those exercises you're doing to stay active, to stay fit, you're not going to be bulking, putting on size. Like
no,
you're not lifting 400 pounds just casually all the time. Like that's not going to happen right now. So everyone needs to cool it. All right.
Everyone needs to just lock it up here.
Everyone needs to lock it up.
I'm enjoying being retired. That's I commend those people that like continue to lift after they retire and stay in unreal shape. Like look at Sinead, she's in unreal shape, or Ryan, Lauren's girlfriend. But for me, I like lifting and stuff, but I'm fine to stay in shape. But I worked my whole life and worked my ass off, and I don't plan to do it now.
Yeah.
In the same way.
There's differences in people. Some people will go to the gym because they love going to the gym. Because they just want to be healthy. There's very big differences. So clearly, someone like Ryan, she loves the gym. That's her. She loves it. She gets big. She does CrossFit, whatever. She loves it. No, it's an exercise. You want to stay active, stay fit, stay healthy. You want to swing the ball or swing the club really nicely, hit bombs. You don't need to lift 1 million pounds to do that.
I will say though, I'm getting like a little annoyed because I'm not hitting the ball quite as far anymore. So now it's becoming an issue.
Now it's affecting you, isn't it?
I'm not hitting my irons as far anymore, or I'm not hitting as far. I'm like, okay, now I'm pissed off.
Now you need to turn into Bryson mode and go ham.
So now, like, I want to put on a bit more muscle now, just really for that reason.
That's fair. How has the golf game been going down there? Let's do golf check-in. Ariel, just skip ahead like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, or a little quick golf check-in with T.
Well, it's good. Yeah, quick golf check-in. We're gonna call my swing coach. It's gonna be fun. But quick golf check-in for me. Game's been red hot the last week. I'm not gonna lie. Game's been red hot. So I talked about last show. Had my meltdown on the course and didn't shoot in the 70s. Well, then I took the weekend off or a few days off. Came back, went to the same course, and this time I played the tournament tees, so the further back tees, full course. Shot 78. Played great, and that was with missing a bunch of short putts in the front nine too. And boy, did that feel good. Like I've had 3 chances in that course to shoot in the 70s, and I fucking blew all of them, and then I just did it like no problem. Well, not no problem, but I played great.
Just casually, just played your game. Finally, got back to what you do.
Yeah, I shot 1 over on the back with a bogey on 18, so I played pretty balls out in the last 9 holes. Game's pretty hot. Yep. Game's pretty hot. Me and Maris played yesterday. We played 2 versus 2. We were partners, and we waxed the guys we were playing. We were 4 up with 3 to go, so we waxed them. We each won $15.
Fantastic. Nice lunch right there. A little Chipotle action after.
Yep. Dude, we did the best job. So in 2 versus 2 match play in golf, you don't keep your score. You just, with your partner, whoever has the best score on that hole, that's your team score, and then you reverse the other team, and then so you either win the hole, lose the hole, or tie the hole. So me and Maris, the last like 5, 6, 7 holes when it was crunch time, and we had a lead, we did an incredible job. If one of us fucking hit one off the planet, the other one would make a birdie or par, and we just rotated every hole.
That's what teammates do.
That is what you need. You don't both waste a good hole. You don't need both to play great on a hole.
It's just a waste. You're not gonna have a good full round when you're playing that game. You just need to get on opposite holes when you're having good shots. That's all you got.
A couple times, one of us was slapping it all over the fucking place, and we just picked up. Like, all right, bro, you got this one.
I'm gonna save the swing right now. You take over.
All right, you got this, bro. I'm out.
I'm out of this one. You got it.
Yeah. How's the golf check-in on your side?
Nothing new. Haven't played much. Been smashing the new driver. Stiff shaft. I'm about to put the driving range out of business with how many balls I'm hitting over the fence right now.
I hear you've been hitting absolute bombs.
Just nukes. So I might put it into action tomorrow. We'll see, but I can't wait to get the thing on the course.
Playing tomorrow?
I might. I was talking to Ryan, our other friend Ryan Hunt. Just chatting with him. Might play tomorrow. We'll see. But yeah, I haven't hit it on the course yet, so I'm really looking forward to that. So it makes my clubs feel like wet noodles. Now that I have a stiff driver shaft, my other shafts on the irons feel like wet noodles.
Yeah, we'll call Max here in a sec, and he's the one who fitted you for the new driver.
I did.
I want him to tell us about the fitting session because you told me you hit a couple shanks.
Oh my god, I was embarrassed. Okay, so I show up there for the fitting. I go to the fitting right in the middle of like shank season for me. I don't know what was going on.
We should wait till it comes on, and then we'll talk. Yeah.
Can we call him right now?
Yeah, let's call him now.
All right, let's call him right now. I can do it on voice call. Fantastic. I don't even have to FaceTime audio. What a great day. Great time to be alive. Okay, just calling Max up right now, people. Bluetooth, that's what it is. Okie dokie.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 3-1.
Are you shitting me right now, Max?
FaceTime audio?
Let's do FaceTime audio.
Yeah, do FaceTime audio.
No, FaceTime audio. All right, hold. Pause for the cause, people. It's coming. Don't worry. It's coming. If he's not picking up because we're 3 minutes early, I'm gonna be a little pissed off.
What did we say? 5:15?
I don't know. What time did you tell him?
Calling now.
Do you
Do you have his right number?
I don't know. We were texting a group chat one time, so I have one number for him.
Yeah, that's not the right one.
You want to confirm the number with me right now?
Yeah, that's not the right one.
Oh.
Call my Canada number. Yeah, this is his Canada number.
What's his
Just send it to you.
Yep. Alrighty. Okie dokie. Can I call him regularly?
Man,
we're gonna call him regularly.
Dude, the fucking computer on me is so hot, it's burning my balls right now.
Like a platform of some kind.
I know.
Boys, what's going on?
Max, what's happening, buddy? You're live on Coffee Chatter right now.
Max, you're on that Chatter Radio.
Let's fucking go. Let's go.
We were just talking.
I've been looking forward to this for a while.
That's what I'm talking about. A little excitement in the show. This isn't no small gig anymore. It's big time. All right, it's big time.
No, like I said, I feel like I kind of made it now.
That's
you did, yeah. We're just having our weekly golf check-in. My game's been pretty hot the last week, and James has been hitting bombs with his new driver.
Absolute
nukes. Well, yeah, of course. I mean, he went from using a driver from, around 1985 to.
That's a quick 10 yards at least right there. Just, I don't even have to do anything.
Minimum.
Yeah.
Minimum.
James said when he went in for the fitting with you to get his new driver, he hit a couple hosel shanks with a 7-iron.
Oh, it was he was definitely shooting some chili peppers out there for sure.
It was brutal. I was embarrassed. Like, it was the middle of shank season. Like, I went there knowing that I just shot 100 like a day or two before, and I was like, I don't know if I can hit the golf ball. Like, thank God this is a driver fitting and not an iron fitting.
He shows me his scorecard for when he shot 100. He's like, I shot 100 just grinding. I didn't even lose a ball.
There must have been no trouble to the right.
Oh my God, no! Thank God. There was a bunch of trees. I kept hitting it off trees and getting lucky, and yeah, it was unbelievable. So.
Yeah, no, that fitting was good though. We got you into the right stuff, and last time we spoke, you said you're really hitting it far now.
Yeah, I told
you. He's hitting it like Rory McIlroy.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure, 100%.
I remember earlier this year, the day before we were about to play around, James was like, I went to the range yesterday, I was hitting my driver, I was hitting draws, fades, I was hitting it like Rory McIlroy. And then he comes the morning of the round, he's like, you guys don't even know what you're about to see today.
Well, he did drop like one of the better lines I've ever heard on the golf course when he called himself an absolute assassin.
James hits this, we're all playing. James hits this putt, looks like it's going in. He starts walking. He's like, I'm a fucking assassin on the greens. And he lips out.
It was unbelievable.
I was so confident that putt was going in. Like, I don't understand. Like, there must have been some serious witchcraft going on right before the hole to make it not go in.
It never looked like it wasn't going to go in.
I don't understand. Like, to this day, there's someone, you know, that like Looney Tunes movie when they pull the ball into the hole. There was somebody with that magnet pulling my ball away from the hole. Like,
The golf gods don't like that. The golf gods don't like it.
I got a little cocky. It's happening. I got a little cocky, and they didn't like it one bit.
Yeah, no, it was like the early walk. You can't, there's a really good chance it's not going in.
No, I don't have that skill set to do that regularly and actually trust it either. So that's one thing.
So Max, you're American. Just for people that don't know, obviously you're American. You moved to Canada.
Yep, I did. Yeah, my wife is from Vancouver. She got placed for an internship. She lived with me, went to school in LA for 7.5 years, and then she got placed for an internship in Victoria. And I wanted to start to transition into the coaching world from playing professionally. And so, yeah, it's kind of, we were in Victoria for about 9 months, and then and I got a good opportunity to coach here at Swanee Set Resort at the Golf Mecca Academy. And one of the guys I played on tour with on the China tour, his name is B.Y. Lee. He said, "Hey, we need another coach." And I said, "I will see you guys next week." And that's kind of like how I ended up a few months ago. That's kind of how I ended up here back in Vancouver.
And where'd you play pro?
So I played China tour, some Asian tour, mini tours. Monday qualified in the one web event. I've played a little Canadian tour, Latin America tour. I've played a little bit of everywhere, except for the PGA Tour, unfortunately. Yeah.
What
it was a good run.
What country that you played in plays the worst golf? Who plays the worst golf? Like, where do I need to go?
Oh, good question. Where do I need to go?
That's a really easy answer, and oh man, I hope I don't get in trouble for this, but it's definitely in China for sure. Like,
Really?
Like the players in China it's a fairly new game there still. But the thing is that the courses are so hard there. Like, we played one tournament and the cut was 20 over for the week. It was the hardest courses. It was in Xiamen, China, and like the bunkers they were like brand new bunkers, so they're like quicksand. So if you stepped into it, literally the sand went up to like halfway up your shin. Everyone lost at least one ball that week in the bunkers. Like, you flew it in and it's just gone, like forever gone. And it was windy and super narrow. I don't think I hit a wood for like 27 holes. And it definitely is a place that like still haunts like my dreams to this day.
Sounds like a horror show.
That sounds brutal. I don't want to play there. Heck no, I'm not going
No,
there.
yeah, like don't go there.
Yeah.
Like, go anywhere else but to Xiamen, China. Like, it was oh my god.
So now that you're coaching, what do you like most about coaching?
So I got to give like a little shout out to one of my students, Thomas Heo. We played together this morning at Fort Langley, and he had his best round of his life. He's only been golfing since March, and he shot 91 today. It was his first time breaking 100.
Nice.
We've been working together. He works hard. He's super into it. It honestly might have been like the proudest moment so far of like my short coaching career.
I like
That's
it.
so cool. That's so cool. Like, I know what you mean. Like, when I do coach in BMX and stuff, the satisfaction, you get such satisfaction if someone's working at something and they finally achieve it, and just seeing how happy they are.
Yeah, absolutely. It was pretty cool to see. It was super cool that I got to like witness it too, and it wasn't just like a phone call. I was there at the front row seat to him playing good, and you can tell he was starting to leak a little bit of oil coming down the stretch the last couple holes, but he finished strong. He actually almost birdied 17, and I think he kind of was like playing for bogey on 18, so like, because he knew he was like kind of close, and you could see like he was getting pretty jittery, but you know what, man, like he totally stacked up and got the job done. So I was super proud of him.
It's sometimes hard to do to play in front of your coach. I know when we had you out, we played our little match with Tori and Ryan. Me and Ryan knew that Tori was going to be a a little bit shaky. Coach watching over him the first time. It just happens.
Yeah, like I don't know what it is, but whenever I used to play with my coach, like I never played great either. I don't know if I was worried about like, what's he thinking? How bad does my swing look right now? Or, can he just tell me something good? Or, you never really know. Like, at least for me, I never really knew like what my coach was thinking when we were playing. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that had something to do with it.
So let's get to the I don't know, the steak and mashed potatoes here.
Sure.
Where are we at with Tori's swing? Where are we making improvements? What do we need working on? What's he doing well? What is just trash? Like give us the full range.
So when Tori's leg work and his footwork is like solid and clean, and he's not like trying to do the stanky leg with his left leg in the swing, he hits it really good, really solid. He hits it high bombs and just cute little cuts when he needs to. Yeah, he can. I am predicting that Tori will be a better than scratch golfer within the next 18 months. He will be a plus handicap.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I think so too.
And we are headed straight for the moon.
So PGA Tour, I'm thinking like what, 2 to 3, 4 years, T? Maybe 5?
Say 5, 6, 7. No, 5, 6. 5, 6.
Mac's gonna be your caddy.
Yeah, like I think like 5, 6 years, definitely tour bound, and then they have that like I keep hearing rumors that like that new like Premier Golf League that's supposed to have this insane amounts of money. And it's gonna be like for like the top 20, 30, 40 guys in the world. Definitely like that's like the 10-year plan.
That's what I'm talking about.
Background. That's where he's.
That's what I'm talking about.
We say T. I know you're going to be a great golfer, but all we need is like a top 50. You get a top.
That's
50.
all you need. All you need is get hot at the right time.
That's literally what golf is, man. Like guys on tour, like take away the top like 40, 50 guys. Most of these guys play well like a few weeks out of the year, and then they make some cuts, and that's like pretty much like all the money they make for the season.
It kind of seems like that's all you got to do is, like you say, make a few cuts like at certain tournaments, and then that's how you stay on the PGA Tour, right? Like, don't you have to?
Yeah.
Definitely is for sure. I mean, like the Corn Ferry Tour, like, dude, that's like the most like you basically have to win out there for the most part. Like, that's a rough tour, and then it seems like the guys that come off the tour are like obviously ready for the next level, and PGA Tour guys, man, they're good.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Max. I'm bringing you on tour with me. We're going to be traveling, swing coach and Tori. We're going to be on tour.
Yeah, I'm just going to stand behind you with my arms crossed, sunglasses on. I might not even say a word.
On Golf Channel, they're going to be showing Tori and Max live from the range.
Yeah, 100%. Like
with
live from Masters. And,
yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure. 100%.
What a day that'll be.
Tori, when we started working together, what was your handicap? Like a 12?
No, I was actually like a 7 or 8.
Oh, got it.
But then it took like the last couple months to get used to like all the changes and stuff, and now I'm playing at a level higher than I was way higher than I was at.
Right. Yeah, because before you couldn't really get the ball too high off the ground, and now you're hitting just moon balls.
Yeah. So now like my game is way better than it was, so I think we'll be going low here in the next few months.
Yeah, I agree.
I
agree. We got to get you in. We got to get you in the studio for a couple sessions there, James, because Tori chirps behind your back like quite a bit, actually.
All the time.
I know.
All the time.
I don't need to hear that I have no back. I don't need to hear that. I don't need to hear that I have no follow through.
I'm literally the one person who's been like, James just swings fucking sick.
You know what though? After I got this driver, I'm gonna have to get some new. I'm currently saving up for new irons now because my other ones feel like wet noodles out there.
Yeah, definitely. I remember that. Definitely, you're definitely bringing like some knives to a gunfight for sure.
Yeah, I'm just.
Yeah. He needs some new sticks.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Yeah.
Another question for you, Max. What's like the worst thing like a common thing you see in all amateur golfers when they're playing? Like that's really bad.
I think amateur golfers, they try and with their golf swing, just being a swing coach, and I think that they try and make things so complicated. You find something to relate the golf swing to. Not everyone's golf swing is going to be the same, but I think minimize the moving parts. You're going to hit it more solid. We don't need to like help the ball in the air. It's a similar, I would say the move's kind of similar to like something you do in the gym, like a cable pull or a medicine ball throw. The golf swing can be a lot more athletic, I think, than we let it be, if that makes sense. We don't need like 100 different moving pieces to our golf swing.
That's good to know. That's why I have a short backswing. I don't want to move too much. I feel like I lose the club. That's why I'm going for more of a John Rahm.
Honestly, like a BMX skate though, like if you just keep it simple and keep the movement simple and efficient and repeatable. One of the biggest things with sport, whether it's golf or BMX, is like it has to be really repeatable. Like for instance, you have a BMX skate or a golf swing that you can do a few times and it works. It's not gonna, cool, but like it needs to be repeatable day after day, rep after rep.
100%.
Exactly. Yeah, I think I see a lot of lateral movement as well in a lot of amateurs golf swings, and one thing that I like to preach a lot in my teaching studio is let's take the lateral movement out of it and let's just make it super rotational. If your footwork isn't good, then your leg work's not going to be good. Then your hips aren't going to rotate right, and if you just kind of like clean up the feet, legs will kind of fall into place a little bit and will allow the hips to rotate a little bit deeper. And I also see a lot of amateurs come into the studio and say, I'm just not flexible. I can't rotate very well. And then
James has said that.
Yeah. Actually, I think I remember, James, when you came in, one thing I did say is like, we need to take some of the lateral movement out and just get a little more rotational. And you're going to start to see a bigger shoulder turn with the right hip getting a little deeper for you, being a righty. That will allow your upper body to rotate better going back. And, I think it's like a lot more simple than people realize is also. So yeah, I think, those are definitely some big things I see with amateur golfers.
Well, when you're as yoked as I am and you go to the gym and lift as much weight, it's hard to turn all these muscles, There's a lot of weight and mass there.
But you're an assassin, like when you're a fucking assassin like Palmer.
Oh yeah, like that's like straight assassin shit right there.
Bro, my shit's freezing.
Yeah, you're a little glitchy every now and again, Victoria, but that's okay.
Can you hear me now?
I can still hear you. You're fine. We need a rematch.
Can you
back to you.
Okay, I was gonna say, Max. Yep.
No,
we do need a rematch for sure.
Yeah, definitely. My game's actually I've been practicing a little bit myself, getting ready for my first tournament back.
Attaboy.
Ooh, that's exciting. When?
Attaboy.
So it's the BC Match Play tournament, and I'm partnering with, it's like a 2-man match play deal, and I'm partnering with one of the other coaches here at my academy, BY Lee. So we have our stroke play qualifying on Thursday at Mayfair Lake, which I've never played.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, I heard you just got to hit cuts out there as a righty. So I'm a big fan of that with the driver.
I like it. I can't wait.
I did shoot a little 68 today. Not a big deal.
Just a casual 68. Are you shitting me?
Super casual.
Saucy.
Yeah,
I didn't putt very well.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about it. Who knows what will happen? I could, shit my pants a little bit come the first tournament in over a year. So we'll see what happens. But I'm excited. Looking forward to it.
Just tops his 3-wood off the first tee.
Oh man,
I don't know.
No.
Yeah, we had a lot of hype behind our little tournament or little round we did, and you performed pretty well off the first tee, so I think you'll be all right.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm excited. We're looking forward to it. So hopefully we make a little run and make some coin.
I hope so. That's
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Max, where can people get in touch with you if they want a swing session in Vancouver area?
Yeah, so I would say a good way would be to message me on Instagram. So it would be Max_Cohen_golf_, big underscore guy.
huge underscore guy.
Huge.
Like maybe the biggest ever.
Yeah, like so it's just Max MAX and underscore and then Cohen COHEN underscore and then golf underscore and then we have a pretty sweet setup here at the academy, as you guys can definitely attest to. With
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, TrackMan, video cameras, different angles. So that's pretty cool. We're definitely growing here, getting more popular, and always looking for more students.
Awesome. Well, yeah. Thanks for coming on, Max. We're gonna.
Awesome. Well, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Max.
Tori is.
I miss coming in for the sessions. I miss it. Yeah, I'm glitching. I don't know if you can hear me, but I miss coming in for our sessions.
Yeah, dude. We'll get you back. I mean, I know you're enjoying some pretty sweet weather in SoCal, but it has like some pretty good weather this week too. So, yeah.
Right on.
Sweet. Thanks for coming on, Max. We'll chat soon, buddy.
Cool. Yeah. Thanks for having me on, guys. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Max. See you later.
All right. See you, boys.
See you, buddy. Max Cohen, everyone.
Great. That's our first ever official weekly golf check-in caller. Max.
That was a long weekly golf check-in, and I'm pretty stoked on it. But I think the audience probably wants to get back for the BMX stuff, huh?
That's fair. We don't do this often. We don't make you sit this.
No.
We just sit through this one time. It happens. It's all right. We had a great time.
We had a really Max is a cool guest, obviously.
Yeah,
we had to have Max. We had to have Max on. We've talked about him a lot.
We've had a professional golfer on Coffee Chatter now, so take that, people.
Yeah, we have. So suck on that, BMX world.
Back to the BMX stuff. Sylvan, social media check-in time.
Yeah. Oh, it's a good one.
A good one. So we're checking in with, if you saw on our Instagram, we posted the video of, I don't even want to call it a blast. We posted a video of Josh Myers going over the turn at the Speed World in Phoenix back in the day on the dirt turn supercross track. First off, dirt turns on a supercross track, that is absolutely that's a no-go these days.
Okay, first of all, the Speed World track in 2011, there was nothing not janky about it. Like the hill was like a solid 4 cranks to the kink. The kink was like a point, and the hill was super steep, and the bottom was sketchy, and you had to pedal twice before the first jump.
Yep.
And the whole thing was just a ghetto as fuck setup.
I went there for a training camp. That was the first ever supercross hill I rode ever. And yeah, it was like there was like screws falling out the bottom. I heard that it got worse, and it was just like, it wasn't like the most stable thing up there. So yeah, that was quite something.
Yeah, no, not at all. That being said, it was a pretty sick race actually, because the Dutch team was there. A lot of the national teams were there because it was like 2 weeks before the first World Cup in Africa. So a lot of countries were stateside training. It was kind of like the first World Cup, kind of like an Oldsmar is today.
Yeah. Yeah, that was really cool to see how many people and how big the race was. Like that looked like old school big ABA rounds that people think of when they think of those races, I feel like. Yeah,
exactly. Dude, it feels like so long ago. I was 18. It was my first few months racing AA.
That's insane. Just a young kid.
I know. Yeah, it's funny because like I had done well. I should have podiumed the weekend before an Oldsmar Continental Champs. I got 4th, and I made a few other mains too. I was making mains like consistently every weekend, and then so I really want to get in the box in Phoenix. I ended up getting 5th Saturday, 2nd Sunday, so that was a big weekend.
It was some good racing. So I watched the video with Josh Myers eating it. Not much.
Yeah. What are your thoughts? Yeah. What are your thoughts?
What are my thoughts? That wasn't like a blast. When we talk about blast in the last turn, like that wasn't it. Like that was just going in for a turn. When you're coming from the outside like he was in that turn, this is what happens with dirt turns. If you're coming on the inside of a dirt turn, you can't carve the turn. You have to go up, hit the bank, and then you can kind of start to make your turn. Whereas there's an asphalt or concrete turn, you can start turning down the landing. You can start turning into the turn and make a smooth arc. You can't really do that on the dirt turns. So all I saw was you come on the inside, he was railing it from the outside, and basically just lines came together. And because it was dirt, when he bumped, instead of just being able to bump and like maneuver, his front tire just washed out and he was gone over the turn. Like it looked like it was just a dirt turn incident.
Yeah, racing incident, because the turn was like a 90-degree turn, super tight. We're coming off a supercross hill. Yeah. Honestly, from my recollection, I don't even remember bumping him at all. I had no idea we even touched until the next day until he was pissed on Twitter and posted something, and then the next day when he was pretty pissed too. I honestly had no idea.
It's just one of those first turn moves where like there's so much action in a first turn. You bump some people at times you're bumping around people. You feel like a pinball in there. That like if you bump somebody while you're kind of going through a turn, not even like going into them, when you're going through the turn, you don't even realize you bumped.
Yeah, and I guess he did go technically over the turn, but yeah, I wouldn't say it was a blast whatsoever.
I think that's just because of dirt turns. When you get bumped like that, it's hard to stay stable on dirt turns. It's hard. It is.
It is, yeah.
The turn, or you basically you basically do what he did, or you get lucky and you kind of ride it out and kind of get a little sketchy.
Yeah, especially when there's three of us going in at once.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah. Speaking of three people into the turn at once, I got a great blast video. Nick Long, you were at Speed World back then. I got a great video of you coming up in that exact same turn.
Oh boy, what happened?
There was three people going to the turn. A blast happened. Somebody went over the turn, literally almost identical but worse. Nick
blasted someone, or you got blasted?
It was a bumper to bumper to bumper. Like it was. Somebody hit Nick. Nick went into somebody. That guy went over the turn. It was like,
that's so sick. That is just some OG Supercross.
I love it. Like I know, like you don't want to see people crash nowadays. You don't want to see people crash on turns like asphalt because it does. It hurts. You can hurt yourself a lot. But on dirt turns, it seems like you kind of slide and just fall more, and everything looks more dramatic. So seeing those videos, it's just funny.
I know. And so I saw we're going to talk about too. Me and you were talking about this off air, but at the time, so obviously Josh crashed. We bumped. He crashed. He was pissed. He posted about it. And then in the main, I kind of did blast Willers accidentally, but I did blast Willers. So what happened?
So I watched the video. We're going to post the video this week. So you guys.
Yeah.
It was a great race. First of all, stacked final. Great race.
Oh, yeah.
You were on the middle.
That was like legit World Cup main.
Dude, yeah. It had Willers.
Yeah.
Herman.
Yelly was in it.
Yeah, Yelly. And it was a great race. So you guys were battling, and I remember.
Yeah. So I was in like lane 4 or 5, and I had a good start, but I got kind of pinched on the first jump. I think I was in 5th. Yelly was in 4th. Yep. So I came out of the second turn and blew past Yelly, and then I went to pass Willers for 3rd, missed my brake, and just basically missed my brake, ran into him, and he sent him off the turn. And it was such a tight turn, and then I went in so fucking hot.
Dude, it was epic. So Herman, like, first of all, hole shotted from like 7 by like 2 bikes. Insane. Just absolutely horsed it like Herm does.
Oh, I forgot he hole shotted.
I'm just watching the video now. I would play it on the screen for you, but it's kind of awkward. So Herman got Willie's 2nd, Sam 3rd out of the first turn, but Sam is just hauling ass like he does. Gets Willie into the second turn, and it's just like hot on her. Oh, wait, no. He doesn't. Willie gets him into the second turn. Sam is in 3rd still, but hot on Willer's ass, like in 3rd. Comes out of the turn and just makes a beeline for the inside of the last turn. And then you're back there coming around the turn in 5th.
Do the same thing, basically.
Doing the exact same thing, following Sam to a T. So Sam blows by both Willers and Herman. You blow by Yelly. And then by the time you get to the turn, Willie is stuck way out wide. You're on the chalk line, and you guys just meet at a T right at the end.
There's just, at that point,
turn, it just hip to hip, shoulder to shoulder, bingo, bango, bongo.
Yeah, honestly, we and Sam went in so fucking hot. There's no way I was stopping.
No, like if Willers wasn't there, or like you weren't able to get in your brakes, like you both would have been able to turn.
I know. I remember trying to hit my brakes and missed him, and then we just connected.
Yeah, and that's the life.
That's the what?
That's just life on the dirt turn. You know what? You go.
Yeah.
You need somebody to go.
Dude, I saw the move, and I was so stoked too, because I made a few mains. Like I said, should have podiumed 2 weeks before in Oldsmar. Yeah. And remember I bumped him, came out of the last turn in 3rd, had no speed, tried to pedal manual over the last straight, got passed by I think Yelly and Kalen or something.
Yeah, that was a bummer, because you can see when you bumped, you got kind of slipped, I think, and then we're on the edge of that dusty dirt part of the turn, classic dirt turn in Phoenix. And then
Yeah.
like, what a bummer.
So that was I went fifth. I went fifth to third and fifth in like 3 seconds.
Not even 3 seconds. Insane. But
So,
but yeah, the whole reason that we're bringing up this video is because we found, or I uncovered, Tori told me about it, and I uncovered this article written by, I found it on X Games. You said
so yeah. So I just remember, I don't know how I saw it. I don't know if it got posted or what, but a guy named Pat Nugent was reported for ESPN then. And he basically put out his whole thing about how double A's were really pissed at me. I was like a dirty rider taking everyone out and stuff.
You want me to read one of the lines here?
Yeah, let's hear. It's here.
So I won't read it all. Let me actually read a little bit of it though. Okay. So it's like, whatever. It talks about Tori turning elite and making some enemies. And then he's like, however, when it comes to turning, he chose to go straight when it mattered until bouncing off someone else. Okay. Thanks. Cool. Right on. And then he goes, in this case of turn 1 in the semifinal, it would be S squared's Josh Myers. Josh was sitting in a good spot at transfer. Tori Nyhug took the transfer instead. In the main, Nyhug was sitting pretty in third to the last turn, going for second under speeds Mark Willers. Nyhug turned on the blasters and let Willers ride out the infield. Classic, first of all.
Like, who writes this shit? Who writes this shit?
He's like, the move sabotage Nyhug, and he would wound up 5th.
He just obviously clearly doesn't like me because like
the whole tone of this article is just like, it's like bashing you the whole time.
It's like
until the very end talks about who won the race and Herman Holshot.
Yeah, like he doesn't actually cover the race. It just sounds very spiteful.
It does. Like, I don't know what this guy's deal was with you. I don't even know who wrote it, but
I know.
Like, he sounds like he needed somebody to get mad at, or he had like beef with you, and he's like, I'm gonna take it out on this guy doing this article.
I know. I remember Pat Nugent. I think he covered BMX for ESPN then. And I think he wrote something about me before too, but he clearly didn't like me for some reason. And so he just took to bashing me in articles. Because like, really, you could have wrote about a whole lot of stuff, but instead you decided to do that.
Yeah. Like that's the majority of this article, the paragraph of talking about day 1 racing is talking about you blasting people. Like it was
savagely took out Josh. I think I almost savagely took out Josh. I don't know what the cops called on me, according to Pat and Josh at the time.
Wait, actually?
No.
Oh no.
But by the sounds of it, apparently
by the article here, yeah. So that was that. But we're gonna post the video of the final, like unbelievable final though. Absolutely great.
Such a good final.
Yeah.
But it's funny like how media can take things and blow them out of proportion or try and like make people look bad or that kind of stuff. It's crazy. Like we don't deal with it a ton in BMX. Nope. That's the kind of stuff media does.
They got to make a story. At the end of the day, they got to make a story, and they got to not make somebody look bad, but a story always does well when there's like there's an enemy, and then there's a good guy, like a good guy and bad guy. It works best like that. Everyone loves controversy. They love people going at it. We love controversy when it's not us.
Yeah.
Reporters do. They make it.
And clear. Yeah. And clearly this guy loved the Americans and didn't like me at all. So, one of those things.
Do you think he liked Maris?
I have no idea. Why?
Well, because maybe Maris was there and we're going to get him on the show.
No, Maris was hurt then, actually.
Was he?
Yeah, because he got hurt at the Grands the year before, broke his wrist.
Oh, that was the big one.
Yeah. He was I remember him actually being there watching, but he didn't race.
Interesting. Yeah. That was his big one. That was a huge one.
Yeah, that was a big one.
Great race, though. You want to call him up? Do you want to check in on Maris?
Yeah, do you have his number?
I don't.
Oh, I'll message it too. Where's my phone?
Take your time. We got.
Oh, there it is. The live feed is on here. I was good playing golf with Maris the other day. Super chill. He's such a chill dude. Like, if you didn't know him, you would never know that he's 2-time Olympic champion.
Right. That's what I love about like some athletes. Like you can hang with those people. Like as much as you idolize them as we all do, and we know how cool they are. They're just down to earth people. I love that he likes hanging around with his family, with his son, and he plays golf. Like, can we just talk about how much of a dream that is?
He just kicks it and plays golf.
Like, how awesome is that? That is literally the dream.
Yep, that is.
Okay, just adding him up here. Stromdog. Okay. Done. All right. Taking a little longer.
Oh, I didn't give him a heads up. But I hope he answers.
You know what? It's we look forward to these cold calls when we do it. So I'm gonna cold call him now. get Mayor Strombergs on the show. Catch up with him. Let's hope he picks up. We haven't had a good run with these cold calls.
Oh, there he is.
Rami, what's happening? You're live on Coffee Chatter.
Strom Dog.
Hello. What's up?
What's going on, buddy? How are you?
My 4-ball partner.
Yeah, my fellow BMX buddies.
How much money you guys won playing golf? You guys cleaned your.
Oh, we're rich.
Cleaned the guys to get them out.
Yep, we made a lot of money. Hey.
So we made about as much as a AA podium nowadays.
Hey. It's all about competition.
Yeah,
It don't matter if you bet $5 or $20 or $100. It's still going to be just as competitive.
Dude, we put coffees on the line, and like I'm making you putt that ball out. Like there's no gimmies.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're playing for $1. That 3-footer is not good.
You gotta make that.
Yeah, trust me, I'm the same way. Whenever I play with my father-in-law, there's no gimmies. Yeah, I always tell him, hey, you got to putt everything out.
How are you
Putt it
playing?
out.
How are you playing
Again?
these days? What's the handicap at?
As of today, it's a 5.
Solid.
But,
Yeah, that's good.
It's just one of those things. If you play in the same on the same course every day, I mean, you could probably get it lower. But a lot of times, I play all over the place, always different courses, and then it's kind of stuck. I think a couple lessons, and the coach said it's like it's not like it's easy, but it's a lot. It's quite easy to get to the 5 range, and anything below that, it gets, it takes a lot of time, and it's kind of hard. Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
Have you? We were talking about riding and stuff. You haven't rode in a few months, eh?
No, I mean the last time I rode was I think with Joris when this whole the COVID stuff kind of started, and I rode with him a couple times, and then I just kind of it got too hot.
And we were talking about working out too. And Maris, I said at the beginning of the show, but he said he hadn't been in a gym in 2.5 years. That's what the beautiful thing about being retired. You don't have to work out. Like we always used to work out. Now we don't. We can just enjoy it.
I know, and for golf too. Obviously it's good to be in shape and work out, and it's definitely going to help you. Gain some distance and stuff like that. But am I going to be a better golfer? I don't think so. It's just one of those things. It's I want to work out, but it's just no motivation yet. It's just all the gyms are closed. And it's funny because I told Tori, I'm always on Instagram scrolling up and down, and I saw this ad, whatever, $39, the 5-week, whatever the training program. I just signed up.
And he's like, Maris was telling me about it. He's like, the first session was like stretching and like breathing and stuff.
Hey, it's funny though that 30 minutes ago I finished my whatever day 2 workout.
What'd you do?
It's like whatever. It's like 14 exercises. The first week is like basically breathing and stretching your glutes on the foam roller, and it's very basic stuff. It's boring stuff.
That's awesome.
He's gonna have a toned ass now.
Yeah, and there's like some range of mode, whatever. For like golf and a little bit of core. It's just very basic stuff. The first week, a little bit of stretching and all that stuff. It literally takes like 20 minutes, but it gives me something to do. Yeah, I just really hate when I have to go to gym and I have to plan my own training program. Whatever my schedule for the gym. If you have someone to give me, okay, this is what needs to be done, then it's easy. I just go and I get it done.
Yeah.
But if I have to go to the gym and I have to think of what to do, this, how many times, it's too much. Yeah, I don't want to do that anymore. Yeah.
Well, you just go to the gym, do like 3 supersets. You do like some light trap bar, you do some bench press, you do some row, some curl, some shoulder press, and you leave.
Yeah, basically. Go do some core, play some basketball, and that's it. I don't really, bench press. I haven't done that in so long.
I'm a huge bench press guy. I'm getting back on the BP right now. It's bulking.
Yeah, what are the numbers at, James?
What's your personal best?
Like my personal best 1 rep max is like 120, I think, or 125. I'll go 120.
Yeah.
For sure. I haven't been bench pressing all summer though, because I didn't have one until like a couple months ago. So I'm just
Yeah.
now getting back on the bench press, pump up, beef game. Yeah.
Maris, what were your best? What was your best ever bench press and squat when you raced?
My best bench press was, I think, 125. Well, 130 was close, but I don't remember if I got it or not. But I mean, I think it was 125, but I think I was like 20 years old. After that, I never really bench pressed anymore that much.
Yeah.
What about squat?
Squat, what are we talking about? 90 degrees or after the grass?
Let's say ass to grass.
I think it wasn't that much though. It was, I think it's 206 or something like that.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
I think it's solid.
Yeah.
Oh,
Fox.
Yeah, I always did just 90 degrees, and we started going all the way down. It was probably last 2 or 3 years of my career. We always just did 90 degrees with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
My whole career, basically my prime years, it was always 90 degrees. Yeah, and that was
I think. Yeah.
It got up to like 250, whatever. But
I was just gonna say, I think that's what we need in BMX. Honestly, I don't think we need a ton of full squat.
yeah, I think it's just good to switch it up a little bit of both. Yeah, just like when you do sprints, it's good to clip in once in a while, and then you do some with on flat pedals once in a while. So it's just
Yeah.
switch it up. Yeah,
I was
my
listening,
opinion.
I was listening to a podcast the other day with Joe Rogan podcast with who's that weightlifter guy? Guy who goes late.
Ronnie Coleman.
Ronnie Coleman. Yeah, he was
Mhm.
talking about like obviously how much he lifted in him, like lifting like 800 pounds back. Insane. But like he was talking about how a lot of it's like genetics. So like you just have to be a strong person. How much do you guys agree with that?
I do agree though. I mean, I see all these. You see the kids, not the kids, but like grown-ups. They're like 100, whatever, 30, 40 pounds, and they do all these like 300 kilogram deadlifts or something.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a lot of it obviously is training, but it's just got to be, genetically something. I mean, too.
Yeah.
I was 200.
I think.
In my prime, I was like 205 pounds, and then there's no way I could do 300 kilos, whatever deadlift. And there's all these kids that doing, that does like bench press, like they're literally like, 150 pounds, and they bench press like, 160, 70 kilograms, if not probably even more.
I think. Yeah, I agree. Like genetically, like to get to that level, you need to have the genetics. Of course, if you don't have the genetics, you can improve it, but it's going to be limited to a certain point. I think all those guys, like Ronnie Coleman, for instance, obviously he dedicated his life to it, but he did have the genetics to do it. Like for instance, I could become a marathon runner, and I could run a marathon, and I could get probably pretty good at it, but I would never be that good at it because I'm primarily fast twitch, like most of us BMXers are. Same kind of thing. You have to have the genetics to do that kind of stuff too.
Yeah.
I think it comes with every professional sport. I mean, obviously the hard work it can get you will get you far, but I mean, to get to that top, you got to have that, I don't know, genetically. I mean, a little bit of talent, a little bit of, kind of extra. I mean, look at all the golfers. I mean, the top golfers. I mean, Dustin Johnson, whatever. I mean, it's just the talent. A lot of it is talent. Obviously, works is butt off, but a lot of it is just natural talent too.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that. Like you see those guys on the circuit or people, which guys are good at certain things. And it's like, yes, you could say they grew up training a certain way, but I think they're just naturally better at that than they are at other things. Like
100%. Yeah.
Good at sprinting on the flat hill or like stronger there. Some people have really good leg speed. Like everyone trains pretty similarly. Yes, maybe they train a little bit extra in that one area, but yeah, I would agree. It's got to be partly genetic.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
I was curious.
Stromdog, what are you doing besides Stromdog? Fuck, everyone cut out again. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, Tori, don't worry.
Hear you.
When you start talking, fine. So just keep talking.
Okay.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. Stromdog, what else are you doing besides golf and whatever now?
Not much. There's really not much going on. Yeah, just watch my son, hang out with my son, my family, and then that's pretty much it. I'm retired.
I like it. That's
It's
like,
funny. Yeah, it's funny. Yesterday we were on the course. There's just 4 retired dudes, and we were playing with Maris's father-in-law and his buddy, who are like over 60, and there's just me and Maris, who are also retired.
And then we were funny, but like 4 retired dudes playing, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
They're like in mid-60s.
That's epic. How's
When
your son doing?
He's good. He's good. I mean, he's growing up fast. Yeah, he talks a lot now, and then it's fun now. And then he wants to ride his bike now, which is kind of good.
You keep putting that golf club back in his hands, though.
Yeah, I mean, I have a bunch of golf clubs in the backyard. I have a little net, and then once in a while he goes out and he just hits balls. This thing's good though.
Smart man.
Fresh with the ball. Yeah, he's really good with the ball. But he enjoys his Strider bike too. Yeah. My wife took him to this pump track, the local pump track, and he loved it though. So next time I'll go with him as well. I'll bring my bike and just go have fun. But yeah, he's an active little boy for sure. He's nonstop.
He looks like it. Like he always looks like he's, I don't know, riding his bike or, I don't know, hitting balls. Smart man putting a club in his hand. Well done, Maris.
Yeah. I think he's gonna be a lefty though. So,
Oh, I like him even better now.
Yeah, kind of like Tori. Yeah.
Terry Mickelson.
Lefties are good for all the sports. Yeah, that's a good thing. And but we'll see. I mean, right now I only have the right-handed golf club for him, so I want to buy I gotta get one on the eBay, just one left-handed. See how he does. Yeah, because which is funny. I didn't even know that. Phil Mickelson. I don't know if you knew, but he's actually a right-handed guy.
I heard that actually. Yeah.
I am too.
He throws his ball with right. He writes with right hand. Well, and then but actually plays with left. Yeah, which is very weird. Yeah.
Yeah, I do the same. I'm right-handed at everything, but I play left.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Just like Phil. Yeah. Just like Phil. Hey.
How do you decide that? Like,
Phil
how do you
Nighthawk.
do everything one hand and then just play one?
I know. You know, it's weird. So I'll like write with my right hand, and then baseball I'll bat left, but I'll throw right. And then soccer, I'll kick a soccer ball with my right hand. And then BMX, I go left. Hockey left. Lacrosse left. Golf left. But then tennis, I'm right also.
Confusing. That must be confusing, yeah. I mean, have you tried the putting right-handed?
I mean, no, it feels so awkward. No.
I know, because I know there's like quite a few players that they play right-handed and they putt the left-handed.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Spieth, yeah.
I've seen that too. Yeah, I mean it's weird how it works. Yeah.
Maris, I just thought of a question. So when people ask you what you do, what do you say? Because right now when people ask me like what I do, I'm like, well, good question.
Well, I mean, at least you study. But what do I say? Just retired athlete, I guess.
Just a retired time Olympic BMX racer, no big deal.
I never. You know me. I never mention anything.
Yeah.
Never.
I know. Yeah.
Just a retired athlete. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh, good for you.
It's just like I'm an amateur golfer.
Yeah, but they don't know. Yeah, the BMX. We don't have we never had the basketball money.
True.
I mean, obviously, yeah. But obviously, we talked to you before, and then I was fortunate enough to meet my buddy while I was racing, and then he did a lot of real estate and stuff. So obviously helped me out a lot throughout the years, and so that kind of set me up for the future. So so he gave me the chance to just retire and then enjoy my life really. Buy some new clubs here and there.
That's what I want to do too. That's actually I wanted to get into some real estate. Yeah, me and Savvy are looking now.
I think that's smart. What kind
Yeah.
are you looking at, Rami?
I'm always a TaylorMade guy.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, big Honma guy.
I mean, the reason behind it. I mean, I really like Ping and I like Mizuno's, but the way I chose TaylorMade is because TaylorMade is TM and it stands for the machine.
Oh, really?
Well,
it's not actually, but it's TM. That's what it means. That's awesome.
I mean, obviously, it doesn't stand for the machine, but in my mind, it does.
Yeah.
And that was like
I like it. I love it.
And it's TaylorMade for the rest of my golfing career. Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. I like it. My reason.
But I really like Team, though. I think they make cool stuff, though. Team
Yeah, that's true.
quality stuff, but always a TaylorMade. Yeah. But I'm looking at I think it's I'm looking at the what is it the new PMCs? Yeah, P7 MCs. Yeah.
Oh,
Darn.
nice.
I
I
get
like
it
it.
for those. But, yeah.
Yeah.
But
I like
what
it.
you play now? What you play these days?
Well, I play more often when Tori's here because he's a club guy, and yeah. So I haven't played for a month now. I just hit the range probably once or twice a week.
Yeah.
I just got a new Sim Max driver though. I can't wait to take it down to the course.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I think we all have.
Um,
Tori has Team Max. Yeah.
yeah, they're good.
Maybe Tiger Woods plays TaylorMade. I play TaylorMade. That's
Yeah.
I started with Nike though. I started with Nike ones. On eBay when I was a few years ago. I think I bought.
Those ones look sick.
Yeah. They had Nike had some really nice clubs. Yeah, and I bought Nikes. I put the shafts in. I played, and then after that, I kind of decided just to switch to TaylorMade. Yeah, because it's Nike. Yeah, they don't make the clubs anymore.
Stromberg, we had a question from Hugo Oliveira from the chat. Did you have any thought about being part of the Latvian coach team, like coaching Latvian team?
No. Nope. I mean, it's as simple as that. Yeah, I like, what and I told myself I'll never get into like a full-time, like professional coaching. That was just, it was, I just don't think I would be, I don't think it's just for me. Yeah, really. I mean, that's simple. I was never offered. But, I have my, Evo, obviously, he does all that stuff, and he's a really good coach. And then, so it was just never really, never crossed my mind.
Yeah, I think some people don't understand, like, it's a huge commitment, especially, or even be like a national team head coach. Obviously, it's a full-time job, but the travel away from your family, and then you have to, like, a lot part of the job isn't even coaching. A lot of it is just dealing with political shit or like logistical stuff too. And that's, I don't know, it's a lot to jump back into after you retire from a sport.
I mean, there's days when I kind of think about where it actually would be fun to coach and train like a professional BMX racer, and just just see the results and then go to races and see progress and whatever, win some races. But I just don't. There's not enough money, in the sport really. I mean, to be able to do that,
Yeah.
If you're a top, if you're a top athlete can't afford to pay his coach, a good salary unless the coach is funded by the national, the federation.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like the downside of BMX now. And so that's why I don't really, don't really see myself doing that.
Yeah, fair enough. Kind of, it's one of those. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
But it would be fun though. It would be fun, yeah. But you never know. Who knows?
Maybe Maris just starts coaching the next, Latvian prodigy coming up. We don't even know about it until he's, world champion. And
they're currently cloning him in a lab right now.
Yep, exactly. He's being made.
Well, thanks for coming on, buddy. We'll me and Maris are playing again on Monday. We got a rematch with the two guys we played.
Oh, I like it. Weekly matches. That's what I'm talking about.
So the weekly golf check-in next week, we'll have to update on our performance. I'm expecting another victory out of us.
Yeah. New course, longer course. That's another tricky course. So we'll see.
We're going to be hitting bombs on Monday.
Just absolute bombs.
High and nasty.
You're gonna need some straight bombs on that course. That's gonna they need some straight bombs. Yep.
Dial in that accuracy.
So we should be fine. Yep.
Before we let you go here, Maris, who are we taking in the NBA playoffs? We're taking Lakers, or are we going Miami?
I'm rooting. I think Lakers gonna win, but I want Miami to win. Yeah, I've never been a Lakers guy. Yeah, it's just that's just me. Yeah, I was a Clippers guy, but they got obviously.
Yep.
Paul George sucks.
Dude, he's overrated.
Yeah, he's overrated.
Every team he goes to, they always suck. I swear to God. I was just talking about this today. I feel bad for the guy, but it happens.
It's just, I don't understand how can you get paid $30 million a year and then the game 7 you just completely choke. I mean, there's just It just can't happen. I mean, this is just wrong. It's just wrong. I mean, game 7, what is it, like 4 out of 18, whatever, did you see the last minute shot, the triple, hit the side of the board from the corner, didn't even hit the rim. It's just bad.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
Just cheese the start. Just cheese the start.
And he was my favorite player till that moment. This is it.
He blew it. He blew it.
He blew it. Yeah. He blew it. Yeah. All righty, guys.
Yeah, thanks, Rami. Appreciate you coming on. Appreciate you taking the time.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. We'll see you Monday. I want my partner hitting the range this week, Stromy. We got a big match Monday.
Yep. I'm taking Saturday, Sunday off this week. I'll be ready for Monday. It'll be a good match.
Perfect.
Peeking. All right, buddy. We'll see you Monday.
See you Monday. All right, guys. Have a good one. Thanks.
See ya. Where's the gold medals and gold medals drop? That's perfect for Bears.
That's it right there.
There we go. So many gold medals. Whoa, you see my fucking bicep? Look at how jacked that thing looks.
Look at that pump he's got going on right now. People
saying I'm skinny. Look at that thing.
Look at that.
Oh, there it is.
You've really been doing little curls behind the screen, haven't you? I know you have.
Dude, it's amazing how good of a workout you can do with like 20-pound dumbbells and a resistance band.
Oh my God, you can get exhausted doing that.
It's insane. Yeah.
I definitely hear you there. So,
coming
on. Nice to chat with him, check in. A little golf too. People are going to hate us this podcast, okay? Time we have 2 guys that love golf on, meaning Maris and for his coach Max. Like one time, it happens.
Good to hear from the GOAT though. I'm sure people will be excited to hear what Maris is up to, and everyone loves Maris.
They do. They really do.
Yeah.
So we had some. I wouldn't call it controversy, but last show we had.
I would call it that.
Okay, let's call it controversy. We love controversy around here when it's not us. But no, we had Pete Dylewski call in on the show. He was listening in the YouTube live stream. Not sure if he's still listening now, but we were talking about some stuff about what would we call it? Calling out people who were asking for a lot of money.
Yeah, because on Pete's show, I guess a bunch of people had brought it up. I guess someone had messaged him and asked for a certain amount of money or something that wasn't like in the range. He said something like that, right?
Yep, something like that. He thought.
And then it ended up being Graf apparently. So then Graf he actually posted something after the last live show 2 weeks ago. I'm sure people saw it.
Yep.
And I sent us a voice memo in reply to Pete.
Yeah. So he sent us a voicemail. I would assume he wasn't happy with it because I don't think he believes what was said was what thought was the truth and what he thinks is the truth. Obviously, I wouldn't be upset. I would be upset as well. Is what I'm trying to say. Is like I would be upset.
Yeah.
What actually happened. So he sent us a voice memo for us to play on the show here. So we'll give you guys a listen. Here we go.
Hello, coffee chatter. What's up? I thought I'm sending in a voicemail regarding the last radio show you guys did. Because, I was not happy about what Pete had to tell about me. And I wanted to get the facts straight, or at least tell my side of the story. Because, I wanna play in the two bits that we were talking about.
Okay, so Pete, who's the writer?
Which one, dude? It's so funny because I remember the conversation that we had during the thing, but it's like there was at least one person that did that, if not like 3 people.
Oh,
and
seriously?
I told you two of them are girls.
Okay.
One of them was David Graf. I don't mind telling you because me and David Graf we don't have any problems, but David Graf was like, no, I need money. And it's like, for what, dude? 15th place? Like, I don't understand what. Everybody needs to have confidence. And I'm not making fun of David Graf. Well, I am making fun of him. But I respect that he tries, but,
he's a champ. I could consider him one of the top now.
You get paid for results. Like, the guy that was ranked 420th on the golf tour didn't get the money that he wanted. He got the money that they felt he deserved. So that's how it works. When some of these racers get into a real job at one day and go, hey, I'd like to get paid $250 an hour, and they're like, bro, this is McDonald's. You're gonna get $10 an hour.
Well, that's the first bit. That's the last radio show. And yeah, I just like, he's dropping my name in a situation where I would have never imagined he's talking about me. So I was kind of irritated, you know. So I went back and was listening to the to his podcast, because when I was listening to the podcast with Pete the first time, I really wondered who that people were that were asking so much, because I didn't feel like it was me, not at all. So this is the moment where he talks about it in his podcast. And if he thinks I am the guy who did this, he should get his fucking facts straight. And yeah, I don't know. This is ridiculous.
To know everybody else's salary. So there's a bunch of stuff behind it. It's not that simple that just to say, I need more. Because there's a point where you piss somebody off just saying, oh, I need this much. It's like, you're so I had it happen to me after the Olympics and not in London. I had a few riders come to me and they were like, they were so out of their minds thinking that they were what they were worth. And I didn't even know where it came from. And it was like, and I hate to say it, but I tried to explain it to them, and those people, two of them completely have disappeared since. And it happened to me this year from somebody that came up to me and said a week before Australia, asking me for a sponsorship with a dollar amount attached to it that would shock you for the dollar amount and would shock you who the athlete was.
Oh, I'd love to know. I'd love to know.
I said, even by saying this, I don't mean to disrespect this person, but I told them, I said, let me explain to you how it works, and let me show you what would be feasible. I will be more than happy to sit down and like in the nicest of ways. And they didn't email me back. They didn't say anything. I saw them and looked into their eyes at the race in Australia.
Please say who it was.
They ghosted right through me, and I was like, that person will disappear, and it would be like, you would be like, you remember that?
Well, yeah. So if Pete is really dropping my name into one of these two categories, like one was after 2012 with a ridiculous amount of money, and one was an asshole asking right before the World Cup in Australia a ridiculous amount of money and not emailing him back on what he had to say. So I'm not one of both. I don't know what you're talking about, Pete. It's a fucking, like, I don't understand that. So first, our only contact we've ever had about sponsoring was that Christoph from Chase asked me after the World Championships in Zolder in 2015, so not right after the games in London. So it was at the end of 2015, I got asked by Christoph what my plans were for 2016 and if I would make the Olympic team and whatever. So I said, well, I felt honored because I got asked by the biggest brand, the biggest team, the best team in our sport. I kind of got asked if I want to get a ride from them. So I was like, oh, wow, that's cool. But at the same time, I knew they don't have much that I really want other than the fame of the team and the prestige you get for riding for the biggest and best team in the world. So the bike was not what I was looking for in the future and whatever. But still, I was really feeling great getting a mail from Christoph Levesque, a legend in our sport and whatever. So yeah, and then they asked me how much I would need. And at that time I was riding for Nikolai. That's a really small brand in the BMX world, not even existing. So for them, I was not bringing anything other than like 1 or 2 mountain bike shootings a year, like photo shoots a year. And I made around 10,000 euros a year with Nikolai and co-sponsors and stuff. So when Christoph asked me, that's the thing, I've had contact with Christoph. At least I thought that. I've never known that I had contact with Pete anyway. So when he asked me, how much do you need? I was calculating, I sent in a really long mail that I would, like, in addition to the World Cups and the World Championships, I would like to do some European Cups and maybe some North American Supercross races. And this would cost me around $10,000, roughly estimated. And I would need at least $1,500 a month to cover at least some of the costs I have during the year. And I sent quite a long email about why I would do that and why I think that's fair and whatever. So for Pete coming in and saying it's a ridiculous amount of money, I don't know. Pete, would you take 10% off $1,500 a month? That's $18,000 a year. I mean, it would be not much, not much, your 10%, you know? So I'm not sure if it was a ridiculous amount of money, but anyway. So, but then saying shit like you dropped my name in a situation where you were talking about people that were really not nice to you. I was not nice to you regarding your job as a commentator in the BMX world, but I was never like ghosting you because you emailed me back or whatever. The only thing I got back from Chase when I asked for $1,500 a month was, this budget is too big for us and you're wishing me good luck for the rest of the season. And I was like, well, that's okay, but I'm not doing it for less and I'm not offering anything else. So I'm buying my own frames the year after the games and doing my own thing. So I was never ghosting anyone for not paying me the amount I was asking. And yeah. And then like saying you don't want to disrespect me or whatever, but dropping like, oh, do you think the PGA golfer who ranks 240 gets what he wants? He gets what he deserves, blah, blah, blah. Dude, it's a fucking joke. You asked me right after I won a bronze medal at the Worlds. I won a bronze medal at the European Games, got fourth at the World Cup at the end of the year. And then the year after, like the year you wanted to sponsor me, I got second in the World Cup overall. I was at the Olympics. Well, I messed up at the Olympics, but as you say, everything else than a medal is not worth doing anything. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you really want to drop my name in a situation where you have no idea about what you were talking about. So if it happened 3 times in the past that someone was asking a ridiculous amount of money and I was one of them, I feel really bad for you guys, because if $18,000 a year is a ridiculous amount of money, I'm feeling really, really, really bad for Chase and for you, Pete. Yeah, I don't know how your real job is paying the Audi R8, because if you would still take 10% of our salaries, it wouldn't be much. I mean, I heard from people signing fucking contracts for $1,000 a year. Dude, I would never sign a contract for something like that. I would probably leave the logo on the bike. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, whatever. I feel like you just, like, Pete just wanted to, I don't know. He was probably just in the mood of trash talking someone. But I would expect you, Pete, to at least fact check your things, like re-listen your podcast and think about who you were talking about. Because when you just dropped me in a situation where I was definitely not the guy you were talking about, I was not mean to you guys. I don't know. It was just weird. I mean, I didn't do anything wrong. I wasn't a cocky asshole. I wasn't, like, at least not in this situation. I have been in others maybe, but not with you. So I really wonder who you were really talking about. I mean, come on, tell me who it was, or tell us who it was. But don't let the people think I was the asshole that asked for way too much when I had no results at all, plus didn't email you back, plus asked you at the beginning of this year, plus whatever. There's so many things that were just not straight and not the fact that I like not reasonable that it was me. So yeah, that's all. I mean, I just wanted to let the people know that he was probably talking about someone else or about no one, and he just wanted to get a story out there or whatever. But yeah, it wasn't me. I was asking for 18,000 a year in 2015 after Chase contacted me to be sponsored. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys are having a great day. Sorry for the long voicemail, but yeah, I thought I have to get those two snippets of his podcast in so people know why I was so pissed about him dropping my name in a situation where it doesn't belong. Maybe Pete wants to call in again and drop the name who contacted him before Australia or after London for a ridiculous amount of money. Yeah, I guess he dropped the wrong name. But if not, that's it. Yeah, I hope the UCI gets the shit together and we get to raise something at least next year before the Olympics, because I'm not seeing much change for next year. They have mountain bike worlds coming up. The road worlds were just happening. They have mountain bike world cups coming up. Yeah, I just hope we get to race again and I can see Pete, and it's still one of my biggest motivators to win a World Cup. So he has to do an interview at the finish line with me, you know. Yeah, we'll probably not get best friends, but I get along with you, Pete. That's okay.
What's he talking about? I do the finish line interviews.
It's Tori took over those interviews. Long message, but you know, we appreciate Graf sending in his viewpoint of this whole thing. I understand that if he feels like things were said about him that aren't true, then I would be doing the exact same thing where I'd be wanting to clear my name too, because that's not fair to him one bit. And speak of the devil, Tori.
All right.
We're gonna assume this is Pete live on Coffee Chatter Radio.
And then if he feels like
Yeah.
How you doing, Pete?
I'm great.
Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for calling in. Hey, Peter.
Hi. You know, it was funny, like right when you hung up on me, by the way, let's not forget that.
We don't do free ads, Pete.
No, I know. But right when you hung up on me, I was, and I'm not backtracking 100%. And let me clear things up. Actually, I didn't make a mistake on what I said, but I did say it. When listening to the way I said it, it was out of context. It was not David Graf who contacted us at any point asking for ridiculous amounts of money. And I did leave out the fact that we, and by we, I mean Christoph asked me. I said, yes, contact David Graf after the World Championships, I believe it was, to ask him if he wanted to ride, because Christoph wanted to have a guy in Europe. So I did leave that part out, which I was bummed about because I thought about it right when you hung up on me. And I didn't put it in the right context, but it wasn't David. Let's make it 100% clear. And $18,000. I'm pretty sure, I think it was $30,000. Now I'm trying to remember if he asked for $30,000 and I couldn't remember if he asked for travel money or budget, but whatever, it wasn't $18,000. And even $30,000 isn't a lot of money. It's a lot of money for someone who's not worth $30,000, or maybe we didn't think was worth at that time $30,000 on top of two people we already had paying. So he is 100% right in saying the context sounds like I made it be him, which it wasn't. So let's get that clear.
Sure.
The people that asked for money, and the people who asked for money were asking for like $50,000 salary and travel money and bonus money. And so let's be clear. So like, again, so he's 100% right
in the fact that I put it out of context to make it, and I didn't try to do it that way. Like now listening back to it, so I apologize if I discredited him in any way, making him be like. So he wasn't the guy. We did contact him, and we did say it wasn't worth the amount of money that he was asking for. The rest of it's right, and he wasn't the guy in Australia. Like that was a girl. I think I actually said that it was a girl that was the week before Australia, so it wasn't him. So anyway, I going back, like I said, going back and listening to it now, he actually made that post, and I was gonna send him something, say, hey, I left it out, but I didn't think he would even care. But I'm man enough to stand up to anything that may be misconstrued incorrectly. I don't like to speculate, and unfortunately, it made it sound like it was him. It wasn't him. So let's be clear with that.
Yeah. Well, I think I appreciate you coming on and saying that too, because I mean, it's good to clear the air. Clearly, even I think we thought the same thing, where we thought you were talking about him too. Yeah. So to clear that air, I think is good.
Yeah, and I think about it too, because I remember this is where he's also a little bit right, but not really. But like, I was trying to be respectful to the people that asked me, because just because they're, and listen to it, it's harsh. I'm sorry, it's harsh. It's professional sports, it's harsh. And again, it's people's lives and whatever. But these people, I will reiterate the fact, you will not remember who they are. You won't remember who they were. And so that's why it was so ridiculous. And like I said, with David, it was different, because Christoph actually we talked about it, and he did contact David directly. And I didn't leave that out because I wanted to make it sound like, but going back to it, it sounds very suspect, but it wasn't meant to be. So I'm 100% apologetic for that part of making it sound misconstrued, but that wasn't my intention. So that's pretty easy. But yeah. So I could see where he could be mad. And to be honest, because he did say he's an arrogant prank at times, but he could have been really upset, because it's almost a little bit of slander. Like if I would have said, oh, this guy, he didn't do that. He's not the one. And he is someone that won't be, him, he won't be afraid to respond and to reply and to give you information. So, and no, by no means it was him, what I was talking about. Like I said, those other riders. And I think I said his name because I was trying to be respectful of those other people. And I was like, well, how can I get myself out of this now? And then I was like, well, and that's why like I said, I thought the amount was higher. If he said, I could go back and look at the email. If he says if he only asked for $1,500 a month, he could be very well right. I thought it was a lumped in sum of travel and a whole bunch of other things. That was like one giant amount. So again, I would apologize for that as well. $18,000 is not a lot of money. It's a lot of money to some people. Connor and Joris make way, it has nothing to do with it, but we're okay, David. Thanks though. The company's doing fine. And we'll $18,000 isn't a lot of money for certain things, but it's not. $18,000 is supposed to be spent the correct way. So at the time. So, and like you said, he did get 4th place somewhere, and he did get bronze medal somewhere. So, I mean, that's definitely worth $18,000.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, well, I'm glad we could clear that air, because you're right. Yeah, I think when we first heard his message, like that was the second time I got to hear it. He sent it to me, so I just played it, made sure it was all good to go for the show. Yeah, I didn't think what he asked for was too much, so I'm glad we could clear that air. Because for a guy that's like he's medaling at the World Champs, you'd think that's a fair number, but obviously at this time too, when you guys already have 2 of the top guys in the world, it makes sense that you wouldn't be able to bring on somebody else like that. That's fair.
And there's like he also mentioned, which we all could go back and say, I mean, I'm not picking apart his stuff, but remember he did say the next year I did this, we didn't have a crystal ball. So it's like, we offered Liam Phillips here's some big scoop. And it's not controversial. Well, maybe you guys would think it's controversial. We had Liam Phillips signed on a contract in January.
I heard about this. Yeah.
And I don't want to pick on Christoph either, but this was another Christoph involvement. He talked to Liam somewhere at the end of a year race, maybe like one of the French races in December or November, like one of those. And he said, hey, let's sign him a deal. And Liam said, my only stipulation is I need a custom built bike, because Liam used to ride some funky bike. So it was like literally like 23-inch top tube, but like a really back seat tube, whatever the scenario was. And I think between the two of them, they had some misconstruction of how long it was actually going to take the bike to get made. And Liam was like, hey, I need to ride it before the first World Cup, because the first World Cup was at Manchester, and the frame just kept getting delayed. And at the end, it was like, it just got annulled. And then literally I was leaving to go to Manchester and the frame showed up. I was like, oh, cool. But anyway.
What does that sound like, BMX or what?
No, that's but it is what it is. But I mean, it's like, anyway, maybe I'm just trying to skirt around David Graf, not feel bad. But like I said, I feel bad because I would never want to be slanderous to someone and say they did something that they didn't when it comes to professional salaries and whatever. And I don't know what he's talking about, $1,000 a month contracts. Like, we don't pay anybody other than Connor and Joris.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, probably talking about something else. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. Maybe he's talking about tire deals or something. I have no idea.
Who knows?
So
yeah.
anyway.
Yeah, it's good we could clear that up because like I said, I think we thought that as well. Like we thought what you're talking about was him and whatnot. So glad we could clear that up.
And if he has any other questions, he can. I'll be more than happy for him to call in. I know it's late for him, but we could. I know Tori just woke up. But we could maybe do an earlier podcast if you ever wanted to get in and talk about stuff. Because when what he did mention was like, he used to tell me how terrible I was. He once, and this is probably why I thought of it, because he once did say I was the worst thing for the sport because I was messing up names during the commentary and it made BMX look so bad. But yet, if you don't know who these people are, you don't know their names are messed up. And I'm not, I'll 100%, I messed up on a lot of names at one point, and people would tell me, and it's like, I'm not going to go through that whole scenario again. But I remember he told me I was like the worst thing for the sport. And at that point, like, I didn't even know who David Graf was. So I was like, how am I the worst thing for the sport? And it's like, who are you? You're at the time. I'm like, you're irrelevant, dude. You mean nothing to anyone anywhere other than in Switzerland. And he just thought because he had an opinion that he thought he should share it. But when he said I was the worst thing for the sport, I mean, that's kind of like, I wouldn't go tit for tat with someone to do that. But at the same point, he might want to think about something like that before he says, because even if I was talking about him, which I 100% wasn't, it's like, hey, dude, I'm sure there's a lot of worse things for the sport than me messing up some fucking names. So beat it, dude.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, that is a bit harsh of a statement for sure, too. I totally see that point.
But that's why I got fired, and Tori stole my spot. And now, actually, I got fired, and who took it? The girl that. Let's be honest. The girl was the worst thing for the sport. She was terrible.
Yeah, it was really bad.
I'll agree that one didn't work out for the UCI.
No, she was really bad.
Yeah, we struck out on that.
But boy, do you guys hit the jackpot with me. I fucking saved the sport single-handedly.
No, I mean, we had Mark Willers was in there for like 2 races. He was lighting the world on fire. So.
Then he's like, Tori, get me out of here.
Tori, I know you're gonna do a great job of this. He's sliding here, but
it's so funny because BMX is like everybody shows up at every race and goes, man, I don't know, like what should I do? And like think of Mark Willers. Mark Willers retired and he like completely disappeared because he was like, I'm over it, right? And then somehow somebody was like, oh, let's get Mark Willers because he's controversial. Because he did a couple of commentating with me, and Johan was like, literally handed him some vodka, like, oh, get drunk before you do it because it'll be so much more fun. Which Mark's a fun guy anyway, but it was like he was super nervous to do the commentating, which I have no idea why, but because I mean he's a confident guy. Like all of you guys athletes are confident guys, so it's like. It should, it's like you should be able to command it. I don't think he was forced into it, but he did it. And then he was like, at the second race, I was like, and I was talking to him. He's like, yeah, I'm not going anymore. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, I thought about it for 5 minutes. I don't like this. I'm not coming back. I was like, oh.
Yeah, I think he did. I think he just didn't feel comfortable doing it.
Yeah. Either way, I thought it was cool because he was like, it wasn't that, again, I don't know how much money they were paying him. I'm sure it wasn't that much, but it was like, yeah, I didn't want to really be here, and I didn't want to do it. So it's like, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Where Tori's like, please get me back to the track because I love BMX and I miss it, and I can't imagine my life without going to the World Cups.
I know. I love it. I had the best fucking time in Australia. I just was on a 2-week vacation, hanging out with my friends, doing some interviews, going to brunch.
How do you? What do you vacate? Were you vacationing from retirement? I heard what you asked Maris, and I'm like, same thing. It's like, how do you have a vacation from retirement? Isn't retirement itself a vacation? You were actually working during your retirement, so it was the reverse.
Working retired vacation. Yeah.
Yeah, golf's his work now though, so it's like it's always a vacation when he's playing golf.
Okay.
I miss having our industry chats, Peter, at breakfast at the races.
Well, there's so much going down at the Grands, dude. I heard you're gonna do a live show, and I really hope I'm able to join in. I didn't check the poll. I don't know if the fans voted me in to have a.
Oh, they did. It was voted in.
I barely snuck in.
No, it was voted in. The last time I checked, I think it was about 70-30.
Yes, I was gonna stack the vote because I have like 9 different Instagram accounts.
You just created like 30 accounts and steer the ship in your favor.
To do yes on one and no on the other one, just to cancel them out. But I didn't know if you were gonna go back and look at them because then the joke.
Yeah, but Pete, we need every radio show. Colin, we're gonna name it something like Pit Gossip with Pete or something like that.
Well, it's Pete in the Pits, dude. Come on, that's trademark.
Oh, Pete in the Pits. We'll do Pete in the Pits.
Yeah, and we'll do it at the pits from the Grands. So it could be Pete in the Pits with Coffee Chatter. That's my one. Demand. My high. You know, I'm old. I've been in the industry longer than the two of you clowns been alive. So at least that's my little bit of respect I should get from you guys, since I couldn't get my damn blanket.
It's in the.
I want to see you. Yeah. We'll send you a blanket if you post like a nude photo with underneath the kind of like half covering your junk with the blanket.
First of all, nobody wants to see that, not even me.
I really want to see it, Pete.
Well, we could have a photo of me snuggling in the blanket at the pandemic pits at the Grands. So
pandemic pits. Hashtag pits in the pandemic.
Yep.
Thanks for calling in, Pete. Thanks for clearing the air with old Graf. We appreciate it.
I felt bad. I felt bad as I was listening to it because at the end of the day, I'm kind of nice, and I would not, like I said, I would not want to slander someone like David Graf at all. So
yeah, because I think it's good because I think like James said, we kind of thought the same thing David thought. So yeah, we appreciate you calling in and talking about it.
We're gonna try to do get him on the show while you were here. We did try to organize it because he was very open to that, and we thought you would too. But timing didn't work out with me and Tori's schedule to be able to do it earlier in the day. So
it was funny because somebody texted me the other day from the San Diego area and said, "Be careful, you're gonna get ambushed by David Graf." And I was like, "Huh?" I was like, "For what?" And then I didn't
really.
Then I didn't even realize that he would have
ambushed.
He would have thought what. Like I said, listening back to it, yeah, I got it. But when I said it, I didn't even think about it. So that's unfortunate on my behalf. So, but
as a man Graf is, I don't think he's ambushing. No one's ambushing here. What is an ambush? You're not gonna ambush.
Yeah, like you think he's waiting with forks and knives in the bushes? Like what?
No, you guys, like, you're gonna call in, and he's gonna be there, and he's gonna tell you. And it's like, and
okay.
You get this.
Okay.
You know, this BMX people love drama. Come on, so you know.
Yeah, they do.
There's nothing else to do. So.
Well, thanks, Peter.
That's it.
All right, we'll touch base in 2 weeks with Pete in the Pits on the next radio show.
Yeah, we'll get that all set up, and I'll have some juicy gossip for you by then. I already have some, but my time's cut off. Oh, I snuck it in. Yes.
Don't worry.
All right, Pete, we gotta go.
He actually hung up. That's funny.
No, Pete, that was good of him to call in because I agree with what you're saying. Like I thought the same thing you thought, that he was talking about David and stuff. So I could see from David's perspective after listening back and stuff, he'd be like, "What the fuck?" Like I would feel the same way as David did, honestly.
100%.
So it's good to have Pete come on and clear the air a bit.
I think they're both people that speak what's on their mind, and that's good and bad at times for whatever situation you get yourself into. In this case, obviously, it was just bad timing for Pete when he said it. And yeah, obviously it made Graf look bad when at the end of the day, it shouldn't have been Graf. It shouldn't have been his name there. He wasn't asking for absurd amount. It's different timing than these other conversations we even had. So people got to know that.
Yeah, and I will say they're both really good for the sport. Pete and Graf in their own ways, they're really good for the sport, both of them.
So yeah, I'm glad we could clear the air. Too bad we couldn't have them on just to have a chat about it themselves. That would have been entertainment for us. It would have been good for everyone to clear the air with that. But yeah, we just weren't able to make that happen with timing. So it is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Let's say, why are you true and false?
You want to go to true and false now?
Where's my phone? I have the live stream on my phone on my computer, like resting against the screen, and then I keep forgetting it's there and looking around, and I'm just looking at it.
Gotcha. All right. True and false time. True and false time. Okay.
I look like Quagmire from Family Guy doing that.
What a silly show. I love it though. You got 5?
Quagmire. When's the last time you watched Family Guy? Yeah. Quagmire. I haven't thought about Quagmire in years.
I completely forgot which guy Quagmire was until now. He's like, giggity.
Yeah, he's the horny guy.
I literally turned it on my TV the other day, and there was who's the dog? Is it not?
Brian.
Brian was just getting completely run over by a car in like 105. It's like, what is going on? Yeah. You got 5?
Right. Yeah, I got 5. You got 5?
I got 4, so you go first.
I once borrowed 177.5 cranks from Kyle Evans.
I know this one. This is true.
Yeah, I must have told you a story or something. Yeah.
Low-key, I don't know if you told me it was Kyle, but I know you borrowed somebody because it was in Manchester. Isn't it when you? Yeah.
Yeah, I nose cased the triple and bent my cranks and had to borrow Kyle Evans.
That was an insane case. It happens.
Yeah, it was literally like the first 10 minutes of practice.
Unbelievable. How frustrating is that?
I went to like triple out. Liam's like, you don't have to lift that hard. And to be fair, I went off of it like way too passively and just kind of like went off it without doing anything and just nose cased the fuck out of it. And
classic. You're telling somebody just to ease into it. Don't lift too hard. But instead of going like 80 to 100% and not lifting, they go like 50% and don't lift. And then you're like, what do you mean don't lift? Well, I wasn't saying going that slow.
Yeah. No, it wasn't Liam's fault. I just, when you like are a bit tense and nervous and you kind of just half it. And yeah.
100%. I know. Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
All right. First one for me. Souza loves CrossFit, but he doesn't know how to clean. Like do the cleans.
True.
Yeah, that's true.
That's really interesting.
That's true. Yeah. It is.
I think that's quite common. A lot of BMXers don't know how to clean.
I think it's becoming more common though.
It is, yeah. It is for sure.
4 years, yeah, because we do it a lot, but a lot of people do now.
Yeah, but there are some people like I don't think Sam and them they don't do Olympic lifting.
No, they don't. Hey.
No, I mean you don't really need to. I don't think Connor does a lot either. He did when we were trained together. He did, but I don't think he does. Him and Sean do a lot of it. Okay. Lauren named her dog Winston, and it was inspired from Winnie the Pooh.
You know what's hilarious? I was going to do something about Winston. I was trying to think of something about Winston just because the dog's so cute. Because of the Winnie the Pooh. Who's Winston in Winnie the Pooh? I watched Winnie the Pooh when I was a kid. That's a lie.
From Winnie the Pooh because his real name is Winston.
Is it really?
No, those are both lies.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I don't think it's. All right, it is a lie. All right, good.
Yeah.
All right, we'll stay on the Lauren topic. I'll use a Lauren one. All right. Lauren doesn't actually like Taco Tuesday. She never really has, but she just goes along with it because it's the cool thing to do in San Diego.
False.
That's 100% false. She loves Taco Tuesday.
Who doesn't love Taco Tuesday? You got to be
the best Taco Tuesday spot.
You got to be an absolute psychopath to not like Taco Tuesday.
So I once went to this one spot in Chula for like, I can't remember, all you can eat tacos or something on Tuesdays or whatever. And, they hacked my credit card when I went there, but like the deal was so good. I just went back the next time and paid cash.
What place was it?
I can't remember the name of it. It's like kind of towards Sam Place and one of those complexes in there in Chula.
Oh, is it the one we went to in Otay, like the Tacos Taqueria or whatever it's called?
No, not that one. Like towards Sam's house. Sam and
Oh,
Lucy.
okay.
Yeah, towards
Oh,
there.
okay. There's a bitchin' pizza spot right by their house.
Oh, is it?
Can't remember what it's called. Yeah. Anyway,
Make your own pizza. I love those.
I got to get down to Chula and visit them. I haven't seen them yet. Amidu's legal birthday is January 1st.
Yes, that is true.
Yeah.
Like I know that's true because they didn't know his birthday or something.
Yeah. People, this is insane. They don't actually know how old Amidu is.
Okay.
Because he was adopted.
Yep. They don't know.
And so they kind of from what I've heard, they basically kind of guessed / estimated and then just gave him January 1st.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's pretty fucking wild. Yeah.
Talk about a guy that's fast twitch. Holy smokes.
Oh my God. He's like a track and field 100-meter sprinter.
So that Ronnie Coleman interview I was telling you about, the podcast, he was saying that like in his prime, he was like 0.3% of body fat. 0.3%.
No way. I don't believe that. I don't think you can.
Unbelievable.
I don't think you can move without tearing your skin.
He said he would go up, like, I don't believe it either. And then he'd say like in his off season, he'd go up to 3%.
What? I don't even know what to say to that.
That's insane.
That's not true.
I don't know what to say to that.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyways, okay. Next one from me. Nick has been testing out 18-inch rear ends, like chainstays on his bike.
I don't even know what that means.
So your S squared is probably like 14 and a half, 15. That'd be long.
Honestly,
14.
I'm not a technical guy, so I'll go true.
Oh, it's false. I made that one up.
Yeah, literally, I don't even know what that means.
Okay. That's good. That's
good. Sam and Elise are doing a strength phase in the gym right now.
Okay, true, sure.
No, false.
Why not? Why?
False.
Okay, shoot. Darn.
False.
Okay. Last one from me. If Felicia didn't go to college for BMX, she was gonna go for volleyball.
False. Not tall enough.
That was actually true. But
wow, indoor. Wow, that's cool.
I didn't know that. I had to ask her. I had to ask.
I like the research you're doing.
I gotta. It's fun to learn things about people.
I know. All right, last one.
I hope it was true. She just sent me it. When I ask people for these things, they only send me true things, so I just assume. But anyways, we're gonna go off true.
My old coach PH can speak 4 languages.
4. English, French, Spanish, Portuguese. True.
Yeah, it's true. English, French, Spanish, and Italian.
Oh, Italian. I said Portuguese in my head, thinking it the Italian. Okay, yeah. Pretty good. Pretty good.
Those are pretty good true and falses.
Good game show. Good game show. Game show win. Thanks, guys. All right, moving on. Everybody listening in the chat, phone lines are open to call in. But yeah, let me type it in.
People can call in now if they want. Call in, people. Wow, I've had some juicy gossip on the show so far.
Juicy. Here's the thing though about the gossip that I was thinking about again. I'm glad we cleared it up because I don't like gossip when it's lies. You know what I mean? Like when it's stuff.
Yeah.
Wrong. So I'm glad we could clear that up because I don't like making somebody look bad for something that's not actually true.
Yeah, I agree.
When it is true and like shit's hitting the fan and like stuff is happening, well, I mean, like just roll with it because then it's exciting. But
yeah, no, I agree. So one of the things I was thinking of, social media at the races, do you think riders should? So what I used to do, I'm pretty sure at World Cups, I used to delete the apps until end of the weekend and then post, or what I would do is just log off and then log on to post and then just log off. Because then not only do I not want to be on my phone and like checking and like whatever on social, because it's kind of a distraction with all the hype at a race. Then you see everyone posting about how they did and fucking excited to race, blah, blah. And I thought it was much healthier.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think it is a lot healthier. Do people need to get rid of it at the races? I don't know. I know there are some sponsors that require riders to post stuff before and after races or stuff like that. So I think some people don't have the option. If you do have the option and you don't have obligations, yeah, I would say it's probably good not to have it because you don't need that distraction at the race, especially with other people posting. I hate that. When I'm at a race,
Yes.
I try not to go and look at it, but I'm that guy. At the end of the night or something, or at the end of the day, I'm just scrolling too.
Yeah. So I think when I wanted to post, I would either download the app, or I think sometimes I just started logging off, and then I would just log on, post, and then log off again right away. And I actually think a couple of races, I got Jake's friends to run my social for me.
Oh, really?
And I would just send him a pic to post with a caption. He would do it for me. I'm pretty sure we did that a few times.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, Jakey's friends.
I mean, at that point, if you're already like getting the picture and writing the post, you might as well just post it yourself quickly. You can go on there quick enough to do it. But,
yeah, you can.
But if you're on the big budget like T, you just hire somebody to do it for you. It's fantastic.
Exactly. Us big time people, we got people to do this shit for us.
But that's a good point though, because a lot of people nowadays with phones, like you see them between races, even between motos. They're
Unbelievable. Like I see people posting stories like, what are you doing? Fucking focus on what you have to do, then post after. That's kind of my attitude was always.
I think there's a point to be said though about using it as a distraction, because there are times down races where you have hours between races, and you could use it as a distraction for a bit if you're just relaxing. I understand that. And then keeping like your fans engaged at the races. Like if you can do that, I think that's the best thing to do, because I love seeing behind the scenes stuff like that. But I do get it at the big races. Like you don't want to be distracting yourself with that.
Yeah. For me, what I used to do, like, when I got to the track, I would turn my phone on airplane mode and then leave it on airplane mode the whole day, and then just take it off airplane mode at the end of the day. Because for me, that was kind of
live caller right now, too.
All right.
Welcome to Coffee Chatter. You're live on air. Who are we talking with?
Palm Dog, it's the Aussie, Mitchy Shafter.
Hi, what's up, Mitchy?
How's it going, buddy?
What's going on, boys? Hey, buddy, how you going?
Good. What do you got for us today?
So I got a story about the Australian titles for Jake. I heard Jake's fans. I was like, I'll tell you a little story about when he won the Australian titles.
Oh, do tell. I love a Jake story.
Oh, Jake's story. So he was in his main up on the gate, and me and my brother were chanting so much. I'm yelling, "Fuck, go, Jakey!" When he's announced, gates dropped, his whole first straight. I'm like, go, Jake, go. I'm screaming. Everyone's in my family's yelling at him. And then he's coming in first burn. He's whole shotted. I'm like, fuck yeah, he's winning this. And then he's like, goes over straight. I'm like, yep, sweet, awesome. He's going first still into the last berm. I'm like, fuck, I think he's got this. Goes over the line, and he's like, jumped his bike onto the ground and yelled. I'm like, mate, you done me proud. You done me proud, brother. And you done me proud. And so I went and spoke to him after the race. I'm like, how do you feel? And he goes, fuck, I don't know where to start. And all that.
Awesome.
Oh, Jake's the man. He probably, went to the bar that night and had a time.
Oh, I think he got written off, I think, and all them chicks were after him, I think. I don't know.
He's in it.
You get a title like that, you got to celebrate it right. You got to celebrate right.
And then Worlds in his semi, it was like, in his semi at Worlds, he was like coming fourth, and then he's coming over the finish line, and he's manualed, and he's over bloody manual, and he was like, he missed out on the final.
I was devastated for him. I was devastated. I was watching it live too. I was recording the screen to send him a video after, and he had a mistake. And that was in Masters too, wasn't it? That was his first year racing Masters. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like,
oh yeah, last year in Zolder. Now I remember. Yeah.
And the whole family was going nuts. We're like, he's making a fucking world final. And then he done that, and we're like, oh no, you are kidding me.
That was devastating. I remember watching that. Fuck.
That was so bad.
Hopefully he's going to the Worlds next year.
Oh, hopefully, because I'm thinking about going and do 17 to 24.
Oh hell yeah! Can you imagine Jake in Amsterdam? I think he's gonna go there and just not come back. Like Amsterdam's gonna grab him.
Literally burn the place to the ground.
Amsterdam's just going to grab the kid by the balls and he's never going to leave.
Rich will give him a pay rise if he wins.
I would hope so. I hope so after the after party too, after the performance he puts on there too.
Jake is going to just spread stuff everywhere.
You so will. That's such a Jake, though.
Oh, we love the guy.
Right, yeah.
Absolutely love the guy.
San Diego makes me think of Jake. That's where me and Jake kind of first started hanging.
There's going to be an after dark show talking about that whole trip, T. I talked to Jake about we're going to designate a whole after dark show just to that one trip.
We just lived like the frat fucking life, and me, him, and Connor were living in Mission Beach, just living like frat kids.
I love it. Absolutely love it.
I would imagine you, Connor, and Jake all together. So
Yeah, we were in bed early every night.
Yeah. Oh, and I've got a true and false for you guys as well.
Oh, give it to me.
Okay. Does Jake Stearns get his hair cut once a week, twice a week, or 3 times a week?
Once a week, twice.
Okay.
Once, twice, or 3 times. We got
These are all absolutely preposterous.
He's like, once a week? Are you kidding me? Like, I don't even.
I'm gonna guess once because I don't understand how you could get a haircut twice a week or more. Like once a week is already insane.
He gets it twice a week.
What?
Jake, we need to have a conversation.
What?
Jake, we need to get
twice a week? What the fuck does he have growing on his head?
Yeah, once a week's in his hairdresser, and then the second week he's at home trimming it up.
How do you trim up your own hair? Why do you trim up your
Yeah,
hair
what?
once a week? What are you trimming up?
What? I don't understand. I haven't had one in like months. I need one, by the way.
It's been months for me too.
I don't really give a fuck though. Like I put it off forever, then finally get it, and it feels so good when I get it.
Yeah, I'm not like a dude on regular schedule.
I don't really. Yeah.
Go do it now. Yeah.
I just kind of whenever. I don't really care.
Savvy likes our fingers have some fingers to run through, right?
Yeah, except it's getting hot. Like it's pretty hot here. It's getting a little toasty.
That's fair. That's when you just get a cut.
Yeah. Mitchie, we're going to talk this Friday, aren't we, for your school project?
Yeah, we are. Yeah, Saturday morning for me.
Oh yeah, Saturday morning for you, Friday here. All right, buddy. Thanks for calling in. We'll chat Friday.
Yeah, chat Friday.
All right, see you, man.
Thanks, boys. See you, man. Bye.
Mitchie's our good weekly caller.
I love having our weekly special regular guests on the show.
I know.
It makes us feel really comfortable doing these radio shows.
What I was saying though, like for me at the races, like for big races, World Cups, I'd get to the track and put my phone on airplane mode and leave it on airplane mode the entire day, and then take it off airplane mode when I left, just because I didn't want any distractions. I didn't want to see a message from someone or get a fucking email or anything like that. It just helped me like mentally. Like I'd turn my phone on airplane mode, I'd be like, okay, it's game time.
Yeah, no, I get that too. I'm the same way too. I bring my phone, I listen to music all the time, and then when it's time to go, or when I get to the track, it goes in airplane mode. My parents hate me for it because they always want updates, and like they always try to text me, and I'm like, I can't text, and I try to get.
You can't be updating when you're racing. You're racing.
I'm busy. Like, let me be in my zone. All right.
Yeah.
Give me my time. Like, if you, I know you want to watch. Okay, you can't. Sometimes you can't.
Yeah, and it's funny. Some people like distractions. Like I never needed a distraction. I was fine just being like in the zone the entire day.
Sure, hey.
Yeah.
I like to be around people to give me the distraction. I'll just shoot the shit with somebody to distract me if I need.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Sometimes, sometimes when you are like earlier in the days when you don't need to be as focused, it's fine. Like to not be as focused the whole time, but obviously.
Yeah, for sure.
Breaks get short, and then you need to stay focused. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, great little chatter piece though. We had a bunch to go here. We're gonna have to skip a few. We'll have to save a few.
Yeah, we're at 2 hours already. We can save some stuff for next radio show.
Okay. Do you want me to? I had one. Maybe I was gonna do one.
Yeah, do one. Which one do you want to do?
All right. Well, do you want to do the career number one or the video game one?
Just go. No, let's do the video game one. So if there was a BMX video game, would you play it? And would you play as yourself? I saw you wrote this. This is a great one.
Yeah. So first of all, like the part when I say like, would you play? Oh, that's just stupid. We're all gonna play it. Are you kidding me?
And of course I'm gonna pick myself. Who the fuck else? I'm not gonna pick. You want me to pick Sylvan? First of all, fuck that guy.
I'm like, oh my god.
I hate that guy.
Like, I'm not going to race as Sylvain Andre. I'm going to race as myself. Of course I'm going to race as myself. Like, I'm literally not going to race as anyone else.
You don't think that's a little like, I don't know, like self-centered, just always races yourself?
No, it's kind of weird to race as someone else. Why would I want to race as my competitors? Fuck them. I'm racing my career. I'm not some like little fanboy walking around like, oh, I want to be fucking Nick Keenan.
No, I want to be Tori. I want to be.
No, I want to be Tori. Yeah, I'm gonna beat them.
What would your? I would love to dive in and be like, what would your skill set be on the video?
Oh, I'd be pissed if they didn't have like if they didn't have me high.
If they just throw a random number like way too low, they throw like a 70s at you or like a high 60s or something.
Oh, if they put me something in the 70s, I'm sending a strongly worded email to EA Sports saying, "What the fuck is this?
Like we need.
What is this?
We need to lock this shit up."
That'd be so funny to see. Like overall, like you have like whatever you have, gate, so and so, track speed, whatever, turns, jumps, manuals, that kind of stuff, all the bars.
Yeah. How like, I don't know, just hard hitting would that be to see yourself and see what like you get ranked as? So there's some of us in our head we're like, we are so good at manualing, we're so good at turns or gates, and then you look on the game and it's just like it's a 68. You're like,
yeah, or like I'm such a good. Someone would be like, yeah, we're all like, oh, I'm fucking sick jumper, and then you go on your jumper, you're like an 81. You're like, wow.
Like, what is this garbage?
You're like a 75 in turns. It's like, get fucked, EA. Well, why don't you fucking do the turns, EA? You show me, EA. Yeah, why don't you get on the bike and you show me what a 90 is? How did you get to 75? You just watched one fucking lap where I slid out and said, oh, he sucks in turns, and you just gave me a 75? No, fucking shut up, EA. Like, go ride the track. You show me what 100 is, and then you show me your scale. And then you show me how you docked me 15 points.
Like, I want to see it. Like, I want to see it. Like, show me what you can do.
No, show me. Show me.
I want to hear it.
That'd be awesome, though. And you could start as like, I don't know how they would do it, though. You could start as like A Pro and then race AA and then race World Cups. That'd be fucking sick.
Be awesome, wouldn't it?
Super cool.
Yeah. They'd have like the big brands like Answer and S Squared. Get yours today, baby.
Answer BMX, get yours today. And then, yeah. That'd be so, I mean, there's just not the market, obviously, but it'd be so cool. I think there were years, like 10 years ago, I think some riders on the World Cup signed like whatever form to be in a video game that it was going to get made, and I don't think it ever got made.
Yeah, it's too bad. That's a lot of money to make that. So,
but like, who's gonna buy it besides BMXers? And the market's so small.
Exactly.
Yeah. Do you want to end off with some one words?
Let's end off with the one words and call it a day.
All right. I'll start us off. Gatorade.
Blue. A favorite. The blue one.
I'm a big orange guy. Went to the gas station after our golf round yesterday, and they had a bitchin' deal. For like $5, I got like 2 liters of Gatorade and 2 liters of water. It was unreal.
Get that much blue?
She was like, it's 10 cents extra to get 2. And I was like, well, of course I'm going to get 2 then. Like,
I'm not going to not.
No. I like orange, though, actually.
Yeah, it's insane. If blue's not your go-to, then you can just...
Yeah, blue's a bit so-so.
Unbelievable. All right, Pedialyte.
Purple.
It's an anti-cramp juice. I love it.
Purple is so good. Do you like purple?
I like the blue, but purple's my second. Purple's grape is second on the list.
Yeah, blue's good in Pedialyte, yeah.
I've never tried the apple fruit punch. Not really for me.
So. Yeah.
Your turn.
Unicycles.
Dumb.
Absolute clown show. They're the stupidest thing in the world.
Absolute clown show. Nobody needs them. Just stop.
And Misha's bachelor party we went to a couple months ago. They had one. And it's just unicycle is just the dumbest thing in the world.
That little tiny one was just impossible to ride too. That was.
I know.
Heavy metal or rap before a race?
I would usually listen to heavy metal, probably, but depended on the mood I was in. But I'd say usually heavy metal, but depends. Sometimes right before, you just need to feel like a fucking boss, and you listen to some gangster rap.
I'm a boss. Yeah, fair enough. I'm a neither. I'm a country guy. Option C, country.
Yeah, I sometimes listen to Florida Georgia Line before a race if I need to chill out a little.
Yeah, fair.
Full squats.
Not a fan. I'd be better. Not a fan.
Yeah, I don't me either. I don't think they're really needed for BMX, to be honest. No.
Yeah, fair enough. Half laps.
I think the most fun part of training ever in BMX.
Absolutely love them.
Like, give me turn 1 to turn 3 half laps all day.
Like, let me just go balls to the wall against somebody, just like on a short bit of the track. Let me like go video game mode and see how fast I can go in these 2 straights.
And I think they're one of the most important things we do in BMX as training.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, very needed.
Favorite food.
Favorite? Yeah, absolutely. Taco Tuesday.
Actually, I'm making tacos tonight after the show.
Oh, really?
Yep, Taco Tuesday. Disc brakes.
I don't really care for them.
Yeah, no, me either.
I just like that they keep a rim black, but I don't really like how they feel on a BMX bike. Just haven't switched. So,
yeah.
Spotify or Apple Music?
Big Spotify guy. Never used Apple Music.
I don't. All you people. There's so many people that are like that. I'm an Apple Music guy. I don't understand. It's so simple. Just get Apple Music.
I don't know. I've always used Spotify, so just fuck it.
Yeah, a lot of people do.
Oh yeah, red velvet cake.
Cheesecake Factory, just orgasm in my mouth.
red velvet cake's my favorite. Yeah, favorite dessert. If I was going to the chair, I'd probably get that.
Like, yeah, good choice. Great choice.
Yeah.
Especially in a cupcake, it's like just condensed.
So fucking good. Red velvet cupcakes. Yeah.
Seat angle.
Pointed down. It's easier to sit on in the gate. You don't slide off the back.
Poor stupid angle. That's what I think of. Your dumb seat angle.
You don't slide.
You don't slide. You need it tilted up because you're tilted down.
No, I think I always felt like I was sliding and didn't like it.
No.
I think of Nick talking about my seat post angle always.
And he's 100% right. He's 100%
right. Sparkling water.
Not for me. I'm not a bubble guy. I hate bubbles. I can't drink pop because I don't like the bubbles. I'm a little bit.
Drinking some right now.
Wait, what? Don't make me ask. What kind of water?
Oh, Voss, baby. Look at this. A little lemon Voss. Lemon cucumber sparkling water. So posh. So good. I love sparkling water.
Yeah, fair. I'm not. Yeah, you're a Euro guy. I feel like Euros love.
Yeah.
Nature Valley bars.
They kind of suck. It's like a kid's bar.
It's like a crumbly mess, but it's delicious.
Yeah, they kind of suck. Yeah, sugary kids bar.
That's not keto for you, is it?
I don't eat keto either. Water jugs.
Every pro to race. Every pro to ABA national.
AA lifestyle.
Yes, you just got to do it. You got to do it. You got to have it.
Yeah.
You haven't done it, you got to experience it. Go get a gallon of water. I'm not even saying 4 liters because we're in America. Go get a gallon before the NAM deals.
Yeah, get rid of those.
Yeah, people don't know.
People don't know. Yeah, I was gonna say NAM stands for nothing a month.
Yeah. Merch.
Coffee Chatter shop, link in bio.
Get you today, baby. Coffee Chatter merch.
Reno Livestock Event Center.
Just absolute bar banging dust.
Let's just drop the gate and have a fucking dig.
Like, I miss it. Like, I hated it because it's so slow down the first.
It's just an absolute rodeo.
Absolutely, it is a rodeo. Speaking of which, I was looking up videos to post. I saw the video from the last Reno race where you went over the turn twice. Fantastic,
dude. I went over. I got blasted the first 2 mains, and I still ended up 4th overall.
Unbelievable.
What a day!
I didn't believe it.
And I got blasted over the turn in moto, so I went over the first turn 3 times in that day, and I got 4th.
What a time to be alive! What a time. Peanut butter or almond butter?
Peanut butter.
Yeah, give me some nice smooth.
Yeah.
Creamy peanut butter.
Rockford.
Just the East Coast Speedway, even if it's not just the speedway of horses. What about you?
Tiring for straight.
Did you race it?
Yeah, a bunch of times.
Okay.
Yeah.
You ever like it?
Track sucks. Like the first straight's kind of cool. This is drag strip, but like track sucks.
That is crap.
Yeah.
Those are like 2 feet tall. They look like.
But it's kind of just like iconic, so it's kind of cool.
Yeah, fair. Me 44-16.
The baseline, like that's the gear everyone judges something. If you run in some like weird gear, it's like, well, it's like a 43.5 16. Like everything's compared to a 44-16. That's the fucking baseline for BMX.
That's exactly what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Compared to that.
Like if you're on like, oh, I'm on like a 54 fucking 20, and they'll be like, oh, someone will be like, what's the roll? I'm like, oh, it's like a 44.5.
You're like, oh, okay, cool. I know exactly what that is.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, sweet, cool, nice gear, bro.
A little big. Oh, you're running a little bit big this week. Oh, cool. All right, gotcha. Yeah.
All right, that's all we got for one words.
Awesome. There we go. We don't have a thing to do that, but you know, it is what it is. One word answer.
It's a gold medal. Isn't the gold medals one?
Oh, did we do the gold medals one?
We should.
One word answers, baby.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Oh, good show tonight.
Great show. Big show.
We had a big show. We had some good guests. Thanks to Max and Mara Strombergs and Pete for calling in and having them on as guests. It's all interesting to listen to in different ways.
Yeah. Thanks for Graf for sending in the voicemail. I'm glad we could get that air cleared. You know, we love controversy, but you know, we like it to be the honest truth controversy. So I'm glad we could clear that. Thanks for Pete for coming and clearing that air as well again.
How about Max saying I'll be a plus handicap in a year and a half? That's what I'm fucking talking about.
Yeah, like I don't doubt it one bit.
No, me either, but I just can't wait till I am.
It's gonna be great. Like I don't like we had a lot of golf talk on this podcast. People are gonna hate it, you know, whatever. Doesn't matter. I don't think you're behind track, but like it's about to things are about to click with this swing work you've been doing.
Yeah, I think so too.
Start snowballing in the right direction, I think.
Yeah, like the last few rounds, I've had like 3-4 birdies around.
Awesome.
Just once you eliminate the bogeys or like the short putts missed, that's like under par. So just got to hashtag enjoy the process, you know?
Yeah, you got to enjoy the process. Got to.
You got to.
So,
all right.
Thanks to ProGate Europe, winning starts with a great gate.
Like we're talking really fucking good. Maris did have a really good one, so.
Certainly did. So please go over to them, check them out. You guys need a new gate for your track. If you are at your track, you need a new timing system, go check out motosheets.com. They got all your timing and scoring needs made easy. Tori was a huge time trial guy. You know what? So you need to keep those.
Huge. Yeah. Check out the links in our bios for some Coffee Chatter merch as well. New line we dropped recently is pretty sick. We got our stuff. It looks good. So any little bit supports us in the show. We appreciate it.
Yeah. Thanks for listening, guys.
And guys, remember to snap on green. Really important.
Really important. Snap on green. Snap on green end.
All right, guys. I'll see ya.
Later.
Yeah, well, what's this friggin' podcast all about? I don't get it, man. Coffee chatter?
Get off my back, guys. You have to be fast on the track.
I hate that guy. That get off my back one from Nick is pretty classic.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.